Yeah, yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? And will I be John Brown? before we begin, y'all already know the routine. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, please subscribe. Oh, good God Almighty Jesus. If folks can have a membership drive, can we have a membership drive this evening? We was at 1,011 coming into the week. We at 1,008. I don't know what's going on. I was depressed. It's low key why I wasn't doing no videos. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Do folks want lives? Do folks want comic book reviews? What's going on? What do I need to do? Let me sit back and reassess the situation. Went to the comic book store today. You know, part of it is doing comic book. What's going on, Kamoyo? We got Groovy Feet. What's going on? You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Right. Okay. I'm 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 going to the comic book store. I'm going to the comic book store. I got stuff I'm supposed to be doing. This. I picked up that Jaguar, like I said I was. I got Green Lantern War Journal. I do. I got Luke Cage. I do. I got stuff I got to be doing. I'm still supposed to be reading. Shout out to my brother D Real, Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. Right. I got stuff I'm supposed to be doing. Night Thrasher. I got stuff I'm supposed to be doing. I do. I do. I do. I wasn't even gonna do no lives this weekend. I ain't lying. The plan was, I said, no, I'm not doing no lives this weekend. I'm gonna get caught up on comic book reviews. Clearly, that's what the Rock With Me Nation want. Folks like, hey man, you ain't doing no comic book review. We're not rocking with you. So I said, I'm gonna focus on the comic book review. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed. Unlike some other entities, I believe in giving folk what they want. I'm not going to go back and forth with y'all. I'm not going to do that. But it's a one-man show, by and large. So when late breaking news come up, other stuff gets set to the side. I'll be damned if this ain't some late breaking news. Your store didn't have that Jaguar. Listen, I was pleasantly surprised they had it. I said, hey, because they didn't have it in my pool bin. I said, hey, question. Yeah, did y'all get that? Did y'all get Jaguar Archie? Dude looked at me and lit up. We sure did. Let me get that. So I did get that. Not tell hello peeps. Hit them likes on your way in. Chef the Hill about to cook. My bad. Nico wanted to get on here with me tonight. And I was like, man, I can't, not tonight, because I love Nico, but some stuff sometimes you can only say it the way you can say it. So you really don't want to detour from how you gonna say it. Night Thrasher has modern day comics in 2024. You mean Night Thrasher? I ain't like how you said that just then. I hope you was joking. Oh, and please, y'all watch what y'all say this evening. We got the Rock With Me Nation moderator D Steezel in the building. That is my Zuri. So watch what you say. He is at the door, and low key Kamoyo is playing the role of Wakabi. Not the Wakabi from the MCU. That would be the Wakabi from the comics. So watch what you say. We can agree to disagree. Right. So I'm chilling. I'm still enjoying. Shout out to my brother D Real last night. Shout out to Mr. Greg Burner, brother. Thank you so much for doing that, for talking, just being real and everything like that. I love you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. The Rock With Me Nation, Black Panther fan group, Recast T'Challa, Council Wakanda. Everybody came through last night. If you missed the video, it is on D Real's channel. It'll be up on mine 7 days from, next Friday. It'll be up on mine. But if you have not had a chance to check it out, please do. Great video. And D Steezel. Raspberry vanilla. Good God Almighty Jesus. This some good coffee. I needed to get this coffee because before I did the video, I was vibing. I don't drink alcohol, so you take that for what that is. I was vibing. I was in my own little world. I was chilling. I told y'all I was gonna do comic book review. That's where I was. I'm looking at YouTube. Emergency Awesome. Black Panther 3. I'm like, they tripping. That ain't for real. That ain't for real. But I somewhat consider myself a journalist. I at the very least got to take a look at it, right? Right. Okay. Well, we can open it up. Oh, y'all for real talk about Black Panther 3. Oh, here we go. Y'all please read. Y'all please read. Listen. If you don't read, there's so many things that were said in that video that could get you to believe in some stuff, because it's some truth in there. It is some truth. It is some truth in there. It absolutely is some truth. It's also some lies in that videos, or well, some non-truths, some inaccuracies, if you will, in regards to. And it's also black tragedy for real. This was, everybody gotta die. So if I understand correctly, Shorty is going to bend the knee to a young T'Challa. And this young T'Challa, his story is gonna be Emergency Awesome admits the fact that this ain't T'Challa. This is really T'Challa and Aurora's son from an alternate Earth storyline. Avengers Next, he had both his mother's and father's abilities. He admits that. And he says he's okay. And I guess you gotta be. I guess you gotta be, because you capping for Marvel. You gotta be. You it's reprehensible and heinous for CGI of Chadwick Boseman to be used. Okay, granted. Having the character Chadwick Boseman portrayed die from a similar illness, there's nothing heinous about that. Wow. Anybody besides me ever watched the O'Reilly Factor back in the day? Bill O'Reilly. Remember how they had to stand off with the guys in tech? They stood off with the sheriffs. They was like, no, y'all can't come on the land, and they was all strapped up shorty. And we were talking about gun control. Anybody besides me remember that? I don't know if y'all remember, it was an episode of Bill O'Reilly when somebody said, if we wanted to get gun control where it needed to be, all we would need to do would just let a group of black men walk down the street and be just as well armed legally, by the way. Bill O'Reilly said, well, why would you want to do that? Like, it was right over here. It was perfectly fine. It made sense here. No problem. You mean tell me we got private citizens daring the police, law enforcement, to step onto their land, which is in America, thus under the control of the United States government? You mean tell me it's okay for private citizens to have an armed standoff with law enforcement? That's fine. But a group of civilians walking down the street, legally armed, legally, that's a problem, because, oh wow, that I just like to let people talk themselves into a circle. I just like to let. So Emergency Awesome, CGI, Chadwick Boseman, Spirit Realm, that's heinous. the character he portrayed, dying of a similar illness, that's cool. You know, you got to be careful where you get your information from. So spinning it forward, and we talked about this. Like this is the sad part. We've talked about this. We've talked about this, whether we talked about it over here, whether we talked about it on D Real's channel. We've talked about it. You're getting ready to tell T'Challa's stories through T'Challa Jr. And you're not even ashamed of it. And at some point, you're going to pair him up with Aurora. And that's cool. That's the bee's knees, huh? That's what that's what it is, huh? That's all that in a bag of chips, huh? So Shorty is playing the role of the Honda. Can't nobody beat her ass. Can't nobody beat her ass. No. And y'all, the boy, look. Oh my God. Did y'all see the video? Let me just ask that question. Did y'all see the video? Because I believe in sharing is caring, if you know me, girl. Did y'all see the video? Because it's one part of the video that I'm just like, oh my God, for real. And I'd be like, Theo, they'd be like, I'm on a new path. Spiritually, I'm on a new path. And on this journey that I'm on, I'm focusing on talking about the action as opposed to the person. Focusing on that, because who am I without sin? Right? I got my own. And as Bernie Mac said in Friday, round here between Normandy and Western, what we call this right here, 20. A sin is a sin, right? Right. So I'm not perfect. So I'm just gonna look at the action. I'm looking at Ryan Coogler on Emergency Awesome's video. What's going on? I'm trying not to talk about him. What I'm trying not to do. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I'm trying not to talk about him, because that is a brother at the end of the day. It is. So I'm trying to focus on the act, him talking, doing the interview. And why is that what we want to do? Just why is that where we want to go? What's the whole death thing about? Why somebody always got to be, damn it, has anybody died close to you? I don't want to keep going through that. I want to go to the movies. It's escapism, as somebody said. I want to escape from normal stuff. I got too many people in my life that didn't die. I don't want to keep being, I don't want to go to the movie theater and be reminded of that. I don't. I'm the son that lost his mother at an early age, damn it. I don't want to relive that with a boy. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I lost grandmama and granddaddy too. Damn it, I don't want to be reminded of Queen Mother. The boy ain't got no mama. I'm gonna say the boy ain't got no daddy. He ain't got no grandparents. Grandparents gone. The boy missing a whole damn generation. I don't want to see that. Talking about he's struggling. Why I just can't get my. You gonna give me remnants of Doom War? You can't even tell the damn story right. You either can't tell the story right, Emergency Awesome, or you don't want to tell that story right. Because you could have quoted that story right. All this stuff talking about there was a time, this, that. No. There was no such time. T'Challa was always the Black Panther. He got injured. should have had next. She didn't get blessed off the rip. She didn't. She too damn arrogant. You're gonna tell the story, tell it right. And that's the problem right there. Too many people telling our damn story. Well, hell, they've been telling our story since before I was born. The difference is I ain't surprised like some folks. The difference is I'm not gonna sit up here and complain about some folks. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm not gonna act surprised about it. I'm gonna be adamantly defiant about it. What we said, we've been saying for 2 years now. They're gonna try and tell T'Challa story through TJ. No. Because you're not telling Clark stories through Jonathan. See, I'm gonna stop this right here. And while you could have told Thaddeus' stories through Betty, you chose not to. So hell no. You can get them other gullible people. You can get the get along gang to go along with that. But hell no. You could have told Thaddeus' story through Betty, and then you just gonna boy, look. But y'all don't mind spitting it. You just, can I get the spit up out my face? Is it off? No, for real. Is it off? Is it off? It's red, by the way. Y'all don't see it? Can y'all get the red spit up off my face? No, the red spit is symbolic for the Red Hulk. Can we get this up off my face? Because the same dude that's capping for Captain America 4 is the same dude that's sitting up here telling y'all it is okay. Well, damn it, he ain't you. As in, he ain't a Black Panther fan. As in, he ain't a Chadwick Boseman fan. And if you want to take it there, no, he ain't black. Your cares and your concerns are not his cares nor his concerns. And he ain't by himself. He ain't by himself. It's quite a few right along with him that don't look like him. They look like us. Gonna tell you to get all damn excited. Ooh, I'm waiting right now. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, pro-black. Oh, recast T'Challa. Some folks gonna be real tested. Quite a few people finna be tested. Ooh. So, tell folks to get excited for the video. Go ahead. Go and promote Black Panther 3. Ooh, this gonna be good. This gonna be good. I'm just gonna sit back. Go and promote it. Go and get excited. Go and tell people. Go and tell folks to go on and watch it. Go ahead. go ahead. Go and tell the folks that look like you, that look like the character. Go and tell them to go ahead and watch it after you've been sitting up here talking about you want the character recast. Go and tell them. Go and tell them. Go and go to the movie. Go on right ahead. This too easy for me. This too easy for the Rock With Me Nation. This is too easy for the Black Panther fan group. This too easy for the Council of Wakanda. This too easy for recast T'Challa. Know why? Because we stopped effing with them people a long damn time ago. We been told y'all what they was gonna do. Damn. I'm gonna keep up with these notes, man. Y'all got me in my feelings. we been told y'all what they was gonna do. We told y'all. We said, hey. You know what? You know the worst thing about being a coach? The worst thing about being a coach is you sit up there and you prepare your team all week long. You know what the other team is going to do. You know what they're going to do. You know when they're going to do it. You know who they're going to do it with. And you sit up there and you give everything to your team. And your team take the field on Saturday and act like you ain't went over nothing. Don't tell me about no damn strategy. It's chess, not checkers. We told y'all they was gonna do this. We said it. 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 We told y'all they was gonna do this, and damn it, I'm laughing. I'm laughing. That's what I am. I'm laughing. That's what I am. What's going on, Ronnie? I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. What's going on with Diabolical? What's going on? I'm laughing. It's funny as hell to me. So I thought that I had it written right still. Yeah, I'm laughing. Oh man, when y'all land Eve Ewing, man, and what's going on? What's going on, Miss Keita? What's going on? We told him, connoisseur, triple salute. What's going on? I'm gonna have to wind up paying him some change because I keep using his name in every video, but damn it, it's appropriate. And you gotta be the student of the game, man. Like, damn, like, man, I ain't never been the biggest, and I ain't never been the strongest, and I ain't never been the fastest on the football field. But you ask anybody about Theo or Gerald, they'll tell you that dude was always where he's supposed to be at. Damn what you heard. I'm already in the hole. What you mean? I don't speed. What you need speed for when you already know what's coming? I'm already too. I ain't never got ran over. I ain't, let me say it one more time. I ain't never got ran over. And it ain't because I hit hard. No, it's hard to run over somebody that believe in form tackling. You run over somebody just want to, no. Let me wrap around you like an octopus. Come on down to this ground. Come on down. You didn't got enough yards. You didn't got enough yards. We sitting up here. Hey, man, they're going to kill off T'Challa. I don't know. Hey, man, they finna do to y'all what they ain't do during the whole Fast and Furious fan track. Oh, hey, man, they finna recast Thunderbolt Ross. Betty sitting out there now. Betty been the She-Hulk now. Red She-Hulk. Come on now. Let's not act like damn, dog. They getting there. They getting ready to bend you over, grease you up, like grease you up real nice. Talking sweet in your ear. Talking about, oh, iconic, recast. Oh, this the son of, this the same thing as a whispering all type of sweet nothings in your ear the whole time. Just finna do something wrong to you. And I'm sitting there like, hey, you don't see that? They talking nice to me. They lying to you. You don't listen. I'm trying to listen. Just let me talk. Let them finish talking to me. Okay. See, you stuck on stupid. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Don't say nothing to me. I don't want to hear nothing right now. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. And you know what low-key irritated me more than anything else? I go to Emergency Awesome's page. Self-inflicted wound. I go look at the comment section. I'm hoping to see somebody with some damn sense. Somebody, anybody with some damn sense. I'm hoping somebody with some damn sense can sit back and think about either A, Brian O'Connor, or B, Thunderbolt Ross, or C, George Reeves, or D, Christopher Reeves. I'm hoping, I'm praying. No. Dude, don't talk to me no more. I don't give two damn. That damn video he played back in the day, a year ago, was right on time. All I want to say is that they don't really give a damn about us. All I want to say is that they don't really give a damn about us. They don't. They don't. No. Don't give two. Don't give two damns. Don't give two damns about how you feel as a Black Panther fan. Don't give two damn. It's some truth in there and some sacrilege too. Absolutely, absolutely. I can already tell you I'm not watching. Listen, thank you, Theo. My reaction was the same. Listen, Nico, part of me got offended. That part that should have gotten offended got offended. The other part of me just laughed because there's a part of me, that part that laughed, that's the part of me that's protected. Because that's the part of me, like, that's the part of me that knows they on some BS. That's the part of me that's like, I really want to say is not Grace said, the rest of that is sacrilege. Like on a whole level, I can't even describe. Like, I'm telling y'all, there are people that are older than me. You might not get it. There are people that are older than me that will tell you this is complete and utter BS. And I'm saying there are people older than me, regardless of what race they identify as, what ethnicity, what gender, what or sexual, they will tell you it's BS because they gonna call it straight down the middle. It's folks that's got something invested that's either gonna either A, condone it, or B, act like there's nothing wrong with it. But no, this is effed up. I've never seen anything like this before. Like, fundamentally speaking, no, nobody can tell me a damn thing about George Reed. No, George Reed passed away. Okay, we got Christopher Reed. That's exactly what that was. I don't want to hear a damn thing about, because when nobody talking about no multiverses back then. No, that's the same damn Superman. I don't want to hear about no damn multiverse, no damn multiple Earth. We weren't even talking about that back then. No, we wanted Superman back on the damn screen. They recast him. That's exactly what that was. And when he had that unfortunate accident, we still had a damn suit. I don't give a damn. They still got their dude, and that's what it is. And I don't want to use this type of terminology, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and people don't want to be seen like that. They still got their God. They still got their God. They still got the dude that they get to pray to every damn night. They kept that vision front and damn center because it means so much to them. That's what he represents. And when you want to think about how dirty, how low they can get, that's what Bruce represents. Bruce represents just how low, how dirty, how filthy, how grimy they prepared to get. That's why they want him up there like that. Diana represents everything they feel, see, find beautiful in a woman. It ain't the blonde hair. They think she's stupid. They keep telling y'all that. That ain't just a damn joke. Truth told it a joke. They do think the blonde woman, she's sexy as hell. That's what they feel. But they also think she's stupid. That joke been running around since I was a damn kid. WKRP in Cincinnati. Everybody named mama know damn good and well Dolly Parton and Lonnie Anderson are two of the smartest women in the world. That is not how they try to portray it. She had to play the dumb blonde on WKRP and then be smart because the boss was the one that was stupid. Well, they don't feel that way about Diana Prince. No, she is the epitome of what a strong woman is. And watch this. Think about what I just said. Diana Prince is the epitome of what a strong woman is, and she still want a man. Think about that next time somebody tell you something about being a strong, independent woman. They ain't even got that over there for her. She's strong. She a woman. Independent. You saw what happened in Wonder Woman 2. Who wrote that? The same female that wrote the first Wonder Woman movie? Right. Stop letting people play you. This some good coffee. This some good coffee. Gray ain't gonna put that up there, but I can't say I can't say I disagree with you. Oh, I answered you. I saw the show. You good. That'll be a Scorched Earth finale. Listen, I remember that. That sounds like a hit. That's what the Black Panthers did. Yep. Groovy, I made him uncomfortable when I strapped on that. Something to be said when you know your rights. Talk tough all day long. Not knowing your rights to get you locked up with some folks that's tougher than you. So you want to be out here in these streets, you better know what you're talking about. That's all I'm gonna say. As you should, Camoyo, BP3 with backfire. No shame. That's like pairing up Damian Wayne and Selena Kyle. Thank you. That's like pairing up Damian Wayne and Selena Kyle. Not gonna care though. You see how you do now. Gray, do you read comics? Because you sound like a comic book fan being able to say that. Somebody that just goes to the movies might not be able to say that what you just said, but you sound like somebody that don't just read Marvel comics. Might you also read DC comics? You sound like a knowledgeable comic book fan. That's what you sound like. You sound like that. But now, if we were to say that about Bruce Jr., like let's think about this for a second. Could we even make that suggestion? Let's take it there. Let's have an honest conversation. We're not wishing any ill harm on anyone, so we won't mention any names. But let's take it there. Do we think if something unfortunate were to happen to the actor that is currently portraying Bruce Wayne, do we honestly believe in our heart of hearts? Let's have an honest conversation. Let's remove emotion. Let's remove emotion. Let's remove emotion. Let's remove emotion. Do we believe in our heart of hearts that if something unfortunate were to happen to the actor that is currently playing Batman, do we believe that anybody from anywhere would suggest anything in regards to Selena having his child, or Talia al Ghul? Because contrary to Marvel, there's actually canon for this over here in DC. Do we really believe that anybody would suggest and or condone a child of Bruce and Selena, a child of Bruce and Talia being called Bruce Jr., and that child would go forth and be essentially Bruce Wayne, and we would tell Bruce's stories through his son? Do we think anybody would suggest that? Anybody would condone that? Can we let me come on down here. I want to the doors to the Council of Wakanda are open. We are taking donations this evening. Y'all come on in here. I see we got Grand Madam Tarot. That is my spiritual advisor in the building. We got Gray in the building. Make sure I keep up with these notes. Imagine a Reed Richards' son, Reed Jr., with Titania, who grows up, hooks up with Susan. That would be Franklin Richards. But before we go there, though, brother Steezel, before we go there, yes, good God Almighty Jesus, I didn't got into minister mode here this evening because I feel like the word sacrilege. Gray, I like that word there. I like that word there. And we're gonna go to the book of T'Challa. The book of T'Challa. That's the book we're gonna start in, because I just think we just need to just take some time and just evaluate what brother Gray said. I think we need to think about that thing. Imagine. Tell me in what word is that accepted? Because see, I can say Clark and Jonathan, but everybody and their mama love Bruce. So tell me in what world is that accepted? I believe we could go right now and ask anybody. I believe we could ask Kevin Feige. I believe we could ask Nate Moore. I believe we could ask Ryan Coogler. And I know I might Well, you know what? I would say I believe we could ask God, but I got it from God, so I ain't got to ask him because he got the same question I got. But he didn't already provided me with the answer. I think he's provided all of us with the answer. We know damn good and well that answer is no. You know damn good and well that answer is no. Well, okay, here we go. If feeling how you want to feel, and that's all that is a feeling. But logic, because that's what we deal here in Wakanda. We don't do emotions here. You know, we deal see strategy, chess over checkers. We deal in logic. So regardless of how you feel, in regards to Black Panther 3, if the answer you come back logically when you ask yourself that question is if there is a world out there, a universe out there where the actor that's currently playing Bruce Wayne, something unfortunate happens to that actor, is there a world out there where they recast the actor with a son? And your answer is no, regardless of how you feel. If that answer is no, then my question then becomes, how can you in good faith promote, go see, entertain this movie? Like I said, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing recast the Charlie Goddamns. this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. The Council of Wakanda got the answer. No, we don't. This ain't nothing. Black Panther fan group got the answer. No, this ain't nothing. Rock with the Nation got the answer. No. Cause see, them organizations, them folks ain't straddling the fence. Them folks 10 toes down. Them folks told you what the lick read 2, 3, 4 years ago. What is it? 2024. You know what? Them folks ain't moved since 2020. They ain't moved. They talking points have not moved. Crazy. They ain't moved the goalposts. Ain't had to. See, when you read like we read over Chim, that's what I said. When you read like we read over Chenyan, see, we read over him. We read over here and we encourage our young to read. Yes, we indoctrinate them just like you indoctrinate yours. Yes, good God Almighty. But see, we indoctrinate ours in the word. Yeah, we indoctrinate ours in the word, and the word can easily be found. Yes, good God Almighty Jesus. See, we don't mind being fact checked over here. We don't. Matter of fact, we take the time to fact check each other. Know why? Because it's all about accuracy over here. It's all about accuracy over here. So when we get them young and we indoctrinate them, it's hard for you to fool them. It's hard for you to lie to them. It's hard for you to pull the wool over their head. It's hard for you to find them not woke. See, this is woke. See, this is the definition of being woke. See, this is woke right here. You know what being woke is? Woke is seeing what they're doing for themselves that they're not doing for you, and you stop effing with them. You steadily effing with them. It's a black thing. You steadily effing with them as a black person. You steadily effing with them as somebody who claims to be invested in black progress. That's not you being woke. That's you dead ass sleep. And you sleep on purpose. You sleep on purpose. So it's easy for me. My love, my desire, my passion for Black Panther has me incubated from this nonsense that's going on around here. It allows me to not be hurt as much as some others might be hurt. Because see, some folks this evening feeling betrayed. Some folks this evening feeling let down. Some folks this evening sitting back talking about, how could you? While some other people talking about, well, I guess that's what we got to accept. Yeah, it's some of us out there saying, well, I guess that's what we got to accept. It's some of us out there that's going to preach to us, hey, it's still kind of sort of a recast. It's some of us that's gonna come out here and tell us. Notice how I say it's some of us gonna come out, not them. It's because they're gonna let us lead us into some foolishness. They're not gonna do it. They just gonna say that's what's gonna happen, and they're gonna look for us to encourage us into the nonsense. So it's gonna be some of us that's gonna come out there and say, hey, that's a recast. Hey, give it a chance. Hey, that's T'Challa. Now I don't know what you're gonna do, because I know that's what's gonna come. I know that's what's gonna come, but just like I don't allow Satan in my house. just and damn, how you feeling if you a Shooty fan? She ain't gonna, they just gonna get on up out of there. And they say they don't know what they're gonna do with her after she passed the mantle to T'Challa Jr. Yeah, keep saying T'Challa Jr. A junior is a child, damn it. That's a son. That's not a recast. That's an offspring. That's a seed. That's not a recast. I don't know why y'all act like folks ain't go to school, but I can tell you what Shooty's supposed to become when she's no longer the Black Panther. You don't know? See, that's that sacrilege that Gray was talking about. Why you ain't tell folks? Oh, because the AI is who she's supposed to be. Not she's supposed to be the AI, but the AI literally got her damn name, Griot. You didn't want to say that? Why you want to tell him, big dog? Why you want to tell him? Y'all remember that song by listen, see, Gray and Kamoyo going, y'all, folks my age, they gonna appreciate this one. Y'all remember that song by Kool and the Gang, Misled? Y'all Google that. Y'all, shout out to Kool and the Gang, shout out to Donnie Simpson and everything like that, because to this day, I don't know how y'all not related, because damn, y'all still look alike. But yeah, y'all been misled, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. Damn it, y'all ain't laying on Plymouth Rock. Boy, damn. I'm not supposed to be able to say that and it apply to a superhero movie. I'm not supposed to say that and it apply to a superhero movie. And I'm not supposed to say that and not only have it apply to a superhero movie, but that it still is a appropriate call to social awareness. Like that shouldn't be possible. It really should. It really should. All right, damn. I'm so waiting. Here's what I'm gonna say. Everybody got to be great, right? I got my own sins. I do. I was taught to judge the sin, not the person, because like I said, I got my own sins. So I'm me. I'm me. And I'm me. I got control over my own action. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do what the other dude did, talking about tell folks to go do ... Because I told you I feel like that dude need to be locked up in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit back and chill. Now, I've been me, and I done had folks do whatever they gonna feel and do in regards to what I say. And I done had to deal with the repercussions and consequences of that. So as Ja Morant said, we good over here in the West. We good over here in Wakanda. We good over here in the Council of Wakanda. We good over here in Black Panther fan group. We good in Recast T'Challa. We good Rock With Me Nation. It's some questions I ain't got to answer. It's some questions I ain't got the answer. And I'm so thankful that I don't have to answer them questions. I'm of the mindset, it's some questions D-Real is not going to have to answer. And I'm of the mindset, it's the same damn questions. We're not going to have to answer them. But it's going to be some questions being asked. I'm so glad I ain't got to be asked a question, such as, Theo, are you going to go see Black Panther 3? No. Theo, do you support Black Panther 3? No. Y'all already know what the answers are. Y'all already know, and I ain't got to be asked. Thus, you know how I feel. How do I feel about Black representation and Black imagery? I think it sends a confusing message to our little boys that they are supposed to be the replacement for their father. I think that's a confusing message. And then they're going to, I guess, sleep with their father's mother, sleep with their father's girlfriend. I think that sends a confusing message that I'm not asking somebody else's boys to have to process. That in and of itself is enough for me to say, hell no, I ain't doing it. E, who should not be named, said he was okay with TJ getting T'Challa's story. Hey, he got a lot of he got a huge following. So all I'm saying is he got a huge following. So you know, he got a huge following. So if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Looking at the act, the act. I think, well, he can be okay with it. That is his right to be okay with it. He can be okay with it. But as I alluded to earlier, I think if you can sit back and ask yourself the question, would we ever do this with Bruce Wayne? And that answer is no. Then shout out to Staff Sergeant Hatchet, United States Marine Corps, Devil Dog, drill instructor, Paris Island, legal specialist, 4421. You need to check the skin you in. You need to check the skin you in, because to a degree you enabling folks to keep doing you harm. No, at some point in time, you're supposed to take a stand. You're not supposed to enable people to harm you nor those you care about. I don't know how to do that other than say, well, here we go. And I don't like doing this because this is not what this channel is about. It's not. Well, if I remember correctly, there was a story in the Bible about a young man, a boy, and there were two women that were claiming to be his mother, and they were both pulling on him, and both felt like they had the right to claim him as the child. And so someone said, and I can't remember correctly, so I'm not going to do that part, that, well, I'll just cut the child in half, and you each can have half. One of the mothers was okay with that. She was perfectly fine with that. The other mother said, no, don't do that. That's the one who was awarded the child, because she loved the child so much, she would sacrifice her own happiness for the happiness of that child. She would sacrifice her own happiness for that child's life. Well, Theo, what are you getting at? Well, we're in the entertainment business, and you've seen stuff pop off recently in regards to the entertainment industry about certain people being blackballed, regardless if it's this actor, this comedian, this female, this male, this, you've heard it, you've seen it. Well, there's a price to be paid when you just speak truth. Everybody don't want to hear truth. Some folks just want drama. Everybody don't want to hear truth. Some people just want laughs. Everybody don't want to hear truth, especially if the truth is going to cost them money. Some people can't necessarily speak the truth unless the truth is, because the truth, speaking the truth, is going to cost them money. We don't need to act like that. We don't need to necessarily be mad about it. We've seen some of our favorite analysts, sportscasters, reporters speak out on stuff and lose their job. We felt like what they said was right, but the people they were working for felt like they stepped across a line. Well, they lost their job. My solution to that is for us to have our own entities where we can speak truth and not be concerned about that, because we don't have a counterbalance to Fox. Fox, you can spread all types of, we don't have a counterbalance to Fox, and we don't have a counterbalance to OAN. You get to have those networks sit out there, be funded, have a satellite, while we're still trying to figure out why Byron Allen can't get a network, where they get to spread propaganda, heinous lies about a country, about various demographics, just so they can feel special. Well, we don't have that. If we had that, then we would go a long way in empowering those of us who feel compromised because we have to make money to speak truth. At the very least, afford them the opportunity to do so. So in regards to those who say they're down for it, if you are someone who from day one didn't give two damns, that's fine. But if you were someone who was on this fence about recast T'Challa, then I'm going to say you need to check the skin you're in, because you're not being consistent. That sends a confusing message. I know why you're not being consistent. I just feel like nobody's going to judge you. You got a job. I'm going to say that. Nobody is going to judge you. Nobody should judge you because you have a job. This is your livelihood. Everybody that's an adult should understand that. People that want to get on your level should understand that, because as we all grow and evolve and get further and further into this business, this world, this entertainment industry, we all at some point in time are going to be faced with some things we want to say, but we can't necessarily say because we run the risk of losing our finances. That's fine. You just have to be careful that you don't paint yourself into a corner off the rip. And that's what way too many of us did. We painted ourselves into a corner off the rip. So now you can't be consistent. Doing more harm than good like that. Now that's me talking about the action. That's not me talking about the person. Yeah, I saw that dumb ish. Let me see here. What is it called? Ask Jadis. Let's go devil's advocate and say I like the TJ plan. Where's the evidence that T'Challa is going to deliver Priest Hickman T'Challa with Edge and Super Genius? You know what, S. Jadix? I like what you said. Let's go devil's advocate. But because I ain't got, I didn't have to do devil's advocate with somebody else, I'm not doing that. That's and that's my mindset with it. It's one of the things where we have to sit back, and because we want to, which is crazy to me. If I go back and I look at us, my people, we're one of the most forgiving race of people on the face of the earth. Forgiving, understanding, sympathetic, empathetic, whatever. We'll go out of our way to try and understand when we should be sitting up like, I'm not doing that. And I'm not that person. I just think the same way they do. I'm not mean. I'm not malicious. I'm not mad at a group of people. I'm not mad at a demographic of people. I just believe in equal energy. Well, you don't like me, I don't like you either. You don't want to deal with me, I don't want to deal with you. We can keep it simple. I ain't gonna bother you. You're not gonna bother me. That's fair. But now what's gonna unbalance those scales is when you done made it clear you want me to leave you alone, and I leave you alone, and you come over here effing with me. And you come over here effing with me because I like for them scales to be balanced. I'm gonna F with you. Now the thing is, because you did not want me effing with you initially, I don't believe you can stand me effing with you. And since pressure bust pipes, I'm gonna go above and beyond to F with you until I break you. But that's me though. Now, mind you, I learned that from them. Theo, where you learn to think like that? Over there. My wife Ashanti is pissed. She said, "Who the heck would want? I don't know. Our forgiveness has been taken for weakness. They now believe that they can ish on our characters and stories without any repercussions. It's time we show them otherwise." Well, Nico, here's the thing that I will say to you. Did they take our kindness for weakness, or were we just weak? No. You're a grown man. You're a young grown man, right? Okay. Well, do you let people take your kindness for weakness? I think that's a question we can all ask ourselves as individuals. Do we all let people take our kindness for weakness, or do we at some point as individuals draw the line in the sand and say, you do that again and see what happens? Don't we have sayings around here talking about F around and find out? Like, wasn't that us? That was us that came up with that, right? Okay, well, my question has always been, how is it we can do so much individually, but we can't do so much racially? How can we do so much individually, but we can't do so much ethically? Our mindset is effed up. I'm gonna tell you something we was talking about today. Me and the crew was talking about. I don't want to hear, and I know it might offend somebody, but no, you need to check who you are. I don't want to hear another gangbanger ask another black person to check in. I don't want to see not one more video, and I'm talking to y'all. I don't want to see not one more video about you asking a rapper, a singer, anybody black to check in. Not when I just saw a video of white supremacists walking downtown Nashville. I ain't see no brother, I ain't see no gangbanger nowhere. I ain't see no Crip nowhere. I ain't see no blood nowhere. I ain't see no, or we can kill each other, or we can threaten each other, or we can tell each other to check in. That's good. That's what it is, huh? But when they roll through, we damn near like ghosts. Hard to find, hard to detect, hard to see. That's crazy to me. Tough, but we tough though. How tough is it to be with somebody who really just want to go about their business? Tell me how tough you got to be to shoot up a neighborhood when the neighborhood ain't strapped up. How hard is that to go after people when most of the people you going after don't even know who you are? But the folks that don't like you, the folks that would just as rather spit on you or pour gas on you and light a match to you, you ain't got no hatred for them. I don't think since I've been living, I've ever read a story about, and mind you, everybody got an address. Everybody got an individual address, and every organization has an address. Since I've been living 56 years in April, I ain't never read about no gangs pulling up on no white supremacists. I've never heard. Now I've read a story, saw the video about some pickup trucks doing some donuts in a black family's yard with the Confederate flag and some American flags flying out the rear of the truck. The husband and the wife got persecuted. So we didn't mean no harm. That yes, the hell you did. I seen them pull up girl birthday party. And I got news reports of us shooting up birthday parties. Let me say that one. I got news reports of us shooting up birthday parties. But you know what I don't ever have a report of us doing? Oh, come on, somebody. Come on now. Don't act like that. I done lived in Camilla, Georgia. I done lived in Memphis, Tennessee. Millington, Tennessee. Atlanta, Georgia. Bronx, New York. You see what I'm saying? St. Petersburg, Florida. You see Okinawa, Japan. You know what I ain't never read? I ain't never read it. I ain't never heard it. And I ain't never seen a video of it. I ain't never seen the Crips. I ain't never seen the Bloods pull up in a white person yard with some motorcycles doing some donuts, with some lowriders doing some donuts. I ain't seen none of that. I ain't never seen no Crip, no Blood, no whatever they calling themselves and everything like that. No disrespect to them, but I ain't never seen nobody roll through a white child's crib, their birthday party, playing some rolling on the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Never. Never. So when you ask me, or when we make the statement that they are taking our kindness for weakness, I have to ask the question, have they been taking our kindness for weakness, or are we just weak? I can tell you that since I've been alive, I've seen, no disrespect to anybody, Fred Goldman, his father, Mr. Goldman, he still haunts O.J. Simpson. And it's news. It's headline news. He don't allow O.J. to make no money. None. He stay after him. He stay after him. He stay after him. I remember when O.J. Simpson got accused of murdering both of them. Everybody and their mama turned their back on O.J. Simpson. I mean, I don't care if you were just in a movie with O.J. Simpson. They said they wanted nothing to do with that filth. I got Trayvon Martin. Somebody asked me a while ago why wasn't I speaking out against Ron DeSantis? Say, Theo, you right there in Florida. Why you ain't making no videos about it? I said, say what? He said, why you ain't making no videos about it? Trick Daddy. Trina. Uncle Luke. Andrew Gilliam. FAMU president. Bethune-Cookman president. There are quite a few people in the state of Florida whose responsibility that should be before we get to Theo. But let's think about that for a second. Because the person who asked me to do it knows exactly what I know in regards to the people in Florida, the names that I just mentioned. You asking Theo to do it because you don't believe they will do it. Well, that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. Ain't them the same damn people finna tell us to vote? Ain't that the same damn, ain't them the same damn people we taking relationship advice from? Them the same, ain't black celebrities, right? Ain't them the same damn people we talking about with black issues? Ain't it's the same damn people, right? Okay, well, where they at? How many football teams in Florida? How many black professional football players in Florida? Okay, well, how many black professional basketball players in Florida? Baseball players, hockey players. Ain't no black coaches around here. Ain't no black managers around here, nothing like that. It's me. I don't mind, but if I gotta say something and I got to be the first one in line to say something, mind you, I just got here. I just got here. If I gotta say something first, what does that say about everybody else who's already here? I think they would do the put the knife where it belongs, mini art. But wait, man, AJ, he won't. He won't. Let me keep. No, I didn't see. I stopped watching these clickbait clowns like Emergency Awesome in the See, But shorter, to quote Denzel Washington, if you don't watch the news, you're uninformed. And if you do watch the news, you misinformed. So either way, either way. But like I said, he can say what he says. I read. See, that reading is fundamental. Riff. Ronnie J in the building. What's the video called? It's man, don't make it's up there. Black Panther 3. It's the latest video we got. Emergency Awesome is an MCU mouthpiece, so it's probably accurate, but seems like a lot of extra steps when you can just use Multiverse Saga to recap. Here's the thing. I don't mind him working for Marvel. I don't like the disingenuous. See, if I work for Marvel, I could get you hype without lying to you. Like that, people get it confused. The thing is that the truth is the truth. If people get caught up, well, I don't like it. You ain't gotta like it. It's the truth. What you gonna do? Sit up there and pout all day? It's not gonna change. Well, as I've gotten older, you know, I don't too particularly care about lying, because then I got to remember what I said. No, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. You don't like it, you don't like it. Me telling you the truth was not meant to hurt you in any way. Shit, hell, I wish some people would have told me the truth back in the day, so I wouldn't have made some of the dumb behind mistakes that I made. But people gonna feel how they gonna feel, and at the end of the day, that's. Hmm? Is the music coming through? Thank you so much. Thank you, baby. Want to make sure. Thank you. Love you too, baby. My wife is being considered. We're monetized here, and if music plays in the background, y'all hear it, we hear it, YouTube hear it, we don't get monetized, and so we know that. So but no, and you don't have, as they said in Friday, you ain't got a lot of kicking, Craig. You ain't got a lot. NY, it's emergency awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild that they didn't want to celebrate the life of Chadwick Boseman instead of focusing and tying his death to the film. That's the other thing. That was, to me, so it was something that did not have to be done. People act like, they want to say, well, you don't know. You don't like Chadwick, you're disrespectful, the actor dies. Listen, it's not my fault you're small-minded and don't know how to celebrate somebody's life aside from reminding people of how the person passed. As I alluded to before, the folks keep wanting to tell me how Chadwick Boseman passed, but who's told us how Chadwick Boseman has lived? See, I can ask that question all day long, because no anti-recaster has ever been able to tell me what type of man Chadwick Boseman is. They don't even try. They don't try. And I know somebody, well, you didn't know Chad. I didn't know him. I knew of him. I put the work in to know of him. And while you could have told me of him, you chose not to. You just chose to insult. That tells me how childish you are at the end of the day. Doesn't take away from the knowledge of Chadwick Boseman. So I think it was disingenuous to focus on his passing. That hurt enough. I think it would have been more enlightening. I think it would have been more moving. I think it would have been more powerful for people to know who he was as a young man growing up into who we saw him to be. We still have not gotten that as of yet. I think that is a travesty in and of itself, because it still allows this misnomer of him, who he was as a person, to just float out there. And I know you have to get the family's permission. I do. And when I look at when I listen to Derek speak of his brother, I can still hear the pain. I can still I can sense the being guarded about his emotions in regards to his brother. I understand that, because when you lose someone you truly do love about, you want to keep those emotions under wrap, because you could easily give it to them at any given time. So I do understand you would have to have the family's permission first. But I do think it would be powerful and uplifting and educational for people who say they love Chadwick Boseman to especially when we think about us as a people. And let me just say this: I love to read. That's me. I love to read. Stereotypically speaking, we're orators. We're orators. We're orators, and that's what that is at the end of the day. So I don't shirk away from that. That's why we're real good with music and everything like that, and being able to retain the words and everything, because we're orators. We say it, we say it, we say it. So I get all that, but I think it would be because understanding those opportunities there with us as far as going out and reading it and understanding like that. And that's part of the reason why people have been able to pull the wool over our eyes in regards to this particular character, because we won't read. And because we won't read, and because we still deal with the mindset that we're not as likely to know as somebody that don't look like us is likely to know, we have a tendency to keep going back and forth with us. So you got those challenges, those opportunities there. But if we were to have the video, the vision of who he was as a man, how he grew up, maturing from boy to adolescent to young man, see how he walked and he lived his life, I believe that would do so much for us. Of course, that's gonna wind up disproving a lot of lies when you do that, because you're not gonna do it. I told that dude in the live he needed to stop riding bikes so hard. Bad writing is bad writing. This is true. Interesting that Coogler thinks a core component of T'Challa is a dead father, not super genius, tactical mastermind, not martial arts master. Well, I'm gonna tell you where this comes from. And shout out to the late great Curtis, Skip and Taj. That's why I tell people, hey, check yourself. Make sure your health is good. Ryan Coogler's father worked at a detainment center. So the stories that he's telling aren't his stories. Those are the stories that have been relayed to him. I know he said when he looked out the window, he wanted to tell the story of what's outside the window. Well, 8 Mile. Those aren't your stories. Those aren't your stories. And y'all like, Theo, 8 Mile for real? 8 Mile. Papa Doc. But those can be the stories that he likes to tell. Those can absolutely be the stories that he likes to tell. My question would be is why are those the type of stories we become enamored with as fans? Why is that what we want to see? See, a director, a writer, you do it. If that's what he like doing, that's what he like doing. Now, do I think that's appropriate for the character? No, I don't. But what are people showing him? See, it's a way to show somebody you're doing something wrong. Now, what we've come to realize, and it ain't just us, we're not the only fan base that's experiencing this, right? You have a runaway studio. They don't give two damns what the fans want. You have runaway actors, directors, and executives. They don't give a damn what the fans want. Well, you read this character. I'm not speaking for somebody who just watched the character. You read the character. As I said, Nico, as I just said to Nico, is it that they taking our kindness for a weakness, or are we just weak? Well, y'all know how I felt about Black Panther 2. Well, if you graduated past that stage of tolerance, what are you going to do about Black Panther 3? Because projections should show that, watch this, They knew Batgirl wasn't going. We're not releasing that. Okay, well, clearly there hasn't been enough from Black Panther fans to discourage them from even moving forward with a Black Panther 2. That's on the Black Panther fan base. That's on the Black Panther fan base, by and large, has not grabbed the bull by the horn. What do I mean when I say that? You're not shutting stuff down. Who's speaking for the Black Panther fan group? Who's speaking for that character? Now, this is where the rubber meets the road. If the loudest mouthpiece for the character is the person who said recast T'Challa, that's a problem. That's a problem for the character. If the loudest person who said recast T'Challa is saying they're okay with T'Challa Jr., that's a conflict of interest. The question is, if you don't, now mind you, they can feel how they want to feel. It's a feeling. But if you don't feel the same way, who's going to say he don't speak for us? Who's going? Because it takes a nation. Can't just be a few individuals here and there. Who's going to say loud and clear, no? And that should be on anybody's channel. Anybody that puts out a video and you're a Black Panther fan and you rocking with them because you're a fan of them. Soon as somebody say something about a Black Panther 3, you should be like, no, I'm not doing that. You don't have to be venomous about it. You don't have to be angry about it. You don't have to go back and forth with anybody about it. You can just say, no, F that. Not doing that. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. We feel like we have to explain. I tell my wife all the time, it get to a point where I don't explain myself for what? At this point in time, we don't need to explain to anybody why we're not going to go see Black Panther 3. If they ain't heard it since 2020, they're not trying to hear it. And if they're not trying to hear it, why are you going to keep saying it? Oh, that make no sense. We keep it with these notes. But yeah, Gray, remember what Pam said about them type of folks who want to watch death and trauma on screen? She did say that. They put him in there for a specific reason. I don't trust some of these YouTubers about their knowledge of Black Panther and other superhero characters, especially they're going to backstage them. Also, the reason why Doom War or him taking Kane's role doesn't work is because you don't have any of the relationship, especially as Doom, that part right there. I don't think we need to bring race into this one per se. Comics explained is Black and Shield. Yeah, absolutely. Fine with the child nerf, but let's let them take Doom's magic or genius cues. He is OP. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, race doesn't have to be introduced in it. I think you could just ask yourself critical questions. If you could ask yourself a question about Bruce Wayne and that answer come back no, and that don't require you being one way or the other. That really just be like, oh no, they ain't doing that. Like it to me, it just be funny. It's like, man, Ronnie, them idiots don't know. Man, this is the opposite of Morgan Stark's introduction. No casuals wanted her replacing Tony. And watch this. Who saw a body? You think got an iron lung? Okay, like I said, I read comics. You better tell me Tony was in a coma? I read that. Like, that's the whole thing. It be like, I be laughing because I be like, boy, y'all, we read over here. Like we consume content. Like, no, I gotta. Like I said, I wasn't even supposed to be doing this. I wasn't supposed to be doing this, but I'm like, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? Fast Moyo, they talking about bring Steve and Tony back after both their stories been thoroughly told with several movies, but we supposed to settle for a few moments of T'Challa and still issue. Watch this diabolical. This means just keeping it 100, keeping it a buck. They ain't finished with Tony and Steve's story. Stop that lie. They ain't had no choice. They ain't had no choice. Robert Downey Jr. wanted to go do something else. Chris Evans wanted to go get behind the camera. That's what they were. I don't want to hear nothing. See all that other stuff about no. You ain't had no choice. Their contract was up. You ain't want to pay them. You could have. They contracts was up. You ain't want to pay them. They want to do some other stuff. I ain't getting caught up in all them lies. No, I'm facts. Facts. They contracts was up. Marvel was gonna have to pay them some big change because them dudes was too leading men. You ain't have enough money to pay them. And what wound up happening? Then Robert Downey Jr. go off and do Dr. Dolittle. What you saw Chris Evans in right after that? Okay, that's what that is. That's what that was. They wasn't no no. They ain't had no issue. Not to mention T'Challa's most recent ops have been more. God. I don't even know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain that. Like for the life of me, if I sit back and I go back, oh well, it was a decision made in a matter of minutes. When we got the call that Chadwick had passed it, you know, I just couldn't see anybody else doing it. Like to me, that was T'Challa. So it was this decision made in a matter of minutes. I called and spoke immediately to Ryan. It was just, I'm like, just off a general, purpose alone, general principle alone, I'd have fired him. I know that sounds cold, but you're not gonna make $1 billion decision in a matter of minutes, and you ain't consult me. You fired. Nevertheless, that ain't what happened. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get that. I know what I heard. I know what I believe. And in me believing what I believe, that makes what they did even more reprehensible, because it's like you did it for money. Like that's what that is at the end of the day. Like if I sit back, if I believe what Derek said, if I believe what Derek said, then what they did for personal gain. When you say Kugler, I'm not going to necessarily mention Coates because I like Coates. I know some people feel some type of way about Coates' initial run, but Coates' initial run ain't no different than Hudlin. His initial run ain't no different than Priest. His initial run ain't no different than McGregor. His initial run ain't no different than Mayberry. And low key, you should have been said, his run ain't no different than Mr. Brian Hill. It's just got some different looks to it here and there. So I don't necessarily put Coates in there like that, but Moore, Kugler, Ridley. Watching a whole generation of black actors get this opportunity squandered is some bullshiggity. Theo, you need that ref shirt, flags, and whistle. I told you, man, I wasn't even coming like that tonight, man. Like I really was like, man, let me figure out what's going on. Like I said, we went from we went from 2011 to 2008. So, I had to sit back and reevaluate some stuff because I ain't never trying to go backwards in life. I believe in moving the needle. So it ain't never too far from me. So I wasn't even planning on doing this tonight, but I was like, golly. And then I believe in just tell the truth. Like, just tell the truth. You working for who you working for. Hey, man, get your change. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? You can big it up and everything. But I don't like the subtle lies, because when the best lie to tell is the one that sounds like the truth. And damn. Said Theo, I said I don't like lying. I never said I didn't lie before. I said I don't like lying. Now, no, the best lie is the one that resembles the truth. Well, what he said in that video, it's got just enough truth in it. Where if you've never picked up a comic book, there's no reason for you to pick up a comic book. And I'm sitting there like this. I guess we just gonna do it like that. Connoisseur, triple salute. What's going on in the building? Preach nerd. Let's just bring in Morgan Stark. It's close enough. Miss me with these TJ. Yeah, man, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not. They didn't give Betty Ross general. Man, I'm not. That part right there. You can't. I'm trying to figure out if you don't want T'Challa recast, that's fine. Which reason can't I use for justification for the character to be recast? That makes sense. I can't use Paul Walker and I can't use William Hurt. Why not? Why can't I use William Hurt and Paul Walker? I never understood that. Why can't I use them examples? Because that seemed to be the point, the talking point of emphasis. Why can't I? He called that boy. He even called that boy Zara. How you gonna call that boy Zara and still pimp him off as T'Challa Jr.? Never mind. Never mind. So that's the question I can ask. As a critical thinking person, why can't I either use Paul Walker's passing to compare to Chadwick Boseman or William Hurt's passing to compare to Chadwick Boseman? If the talking point is the cast and crew was in mourning, okay, so was Paul Walker's cast and crew. And they were actually filming. If the thing is it was too soon to film a movie, okay, then why do we make it? If they had already announced it? Well, if they already announced it and the cast and crew was still mourning, why didn't they delay it? See, the goalposts keep moving in regards to Paul Walker. And you ask somebody about William Hurt, you get crickets. You ask anybody about William Hurt, you get crickets. You don't get the same justification in regards to why T'Challa couldn't be recast. We couldn't find a black actor to portray the role of T'Challa. We never had this question, nor did we even get an opportunity to ask the question of who could replace William Hurt. No, they just slid your boy right on in there. I mean, when I say slid him in, I mean, you'd have thought that was the Baltimore Colts. I'm sorry. Yeah, you'd have thought that was the Colts leaving Baltimore. That's what you would have thought. You'd have thought that was the Baltimore Colts leaving Baltimore in the darkness of night. The way they just slid him in there. Harrison Ford, they just slid him in. No big announcement, no fanfare. And this is an Academy Award winning type dude, right? Star Wars, Indiana Jones, slid him right on in. And the folks who told us, you, me, there was no good reason whatsoever to recast T'Challa, never said a word, regardless of who they were. If they were pro recast, they never said a word. If they were anti recast, they never said a word. Slid him right on in there. And them same folks are hyping you up right now to go see Captain America 4. Betty Ross sitting right there. See, should he? You say she was a Black Panther? Okay, well, I got more than one Red Hulk. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. I believe in equal energy. Oh, well, Betty a scientist. Betty didn't got mad at Bruce. She has. Got hard down mad at Bruce, then put hands on Bruce. She has. Okay. Well, that we could have adapted that storyline over here. And since Marvel like doing what they want to do with characters anyway, right? Watch this. Where the female empowerment at over here? I got a woman, and I absolutely like her, by the way. Remember she was in that movie, That Thing You Do with Tom Hanks? But she right there. Don't look like she done aged a bit. She right there. It's just a mantle, right? Okay, well, it's just gamma radiation too, because we got quite a few Hulks out there. Yeah, Bruce ain't by himself. No, it's actually somebody that then been the Incredible Hulk after Bruce. It has been Thunderbolt Ross. Oh yeah, Betty right there. Ain't she a scientist? We talking about female empowerment. That's a female scientist right there. That's a female scientist. Her father is playing the president in Captain America 4. Why she couldn't be the president in Captain America 4? Why she couldn't be the first female president? We talking about this. We talking about female representation, female imagery, female uplifting, girl magic, girl rocks, female empowerment, all that right there on the big screen right there. Could you imagine how uplifting that would have been for our daughters? And I'm low key being facetious, but I'm also telling the truth because y'all know I ain't lying. Why we couldn't have did this for our daughters? We could have got some Betty Ross action figures about this thing. We could have got an updated She-Hulk, red She-Hulk action figure about this thing. Yeah, we could have got. I know the fellas that collect action figures. We've been needing an updated red She-Hulk action figure for a minute. We don't really need another red Hulk action figure. We really don't, because the one that we got is nice. It's nice. We don't need another. Keep up with these notes. Honestly, Young Avenger is a flop. They better off scoping together on Avengers Next. They better off scraping together in Avengers Next with TJ Morgan. Man, if they don't leave that there, sweet nothings. What's going on, Mr. Kinsler? What's going on? Sweet nothings in you. That's wishful thinking. I commented that it would be a massive disappointment. Listen, I commented with, listen, y'all in here, Young Avengers has a very small fringe fan base. Of course, the studio would use them. And get it wrong. That's the whole thing. They keep acting like the folks that watched that cartoon gone. We still here. You not finna watch this. Avengers Next is not the same thing as Marvel 2. Like that's not what that is. And they gonna try and confuse people and everything like that. That's not the same thing. That's not this. One was just a standalone cartoon, animated movie. That's what that was. Sorry. Let me stop the lie. Stop capping. Everybody doing that, trying to get people confused with Avengers Next with A-Next. Yeah, that comic book that came out back in the day had Juggernaut's son in it and everything when we was kids in high school. Man, stop trying to fool people. People with sense didn't even watch this video. The same mofo that would recast that wouldn't recast T'Challa, recast Ross, and people want to play semantics with ignorance. Listen, like I said, somebody have to tell me. I think like other folks think. Like, yeah, it's not my fault that folks taught me the English language. I didn't read it. I know how to read, context and everything, understanding printed word. It's not my fault. It's either Paul Walker or it's William Hurt. Pick one. If it's in between, think about what you're saying. And I'm not talking to us because I know we got sense, but because I keep asking people this, the CGI for Paul Walker was horrible. I think we all agree with that, right? Right. Okay, cool. Did you cry at the end of the movie? Did you cry then? If you went to go see the Fast and Furious movie, knowing Paul Walker had passed, knowing the CGI looked less than impressive, did you find yourself at the end of the movie when the cars did like this? And I'm talking to the men. I know to the ladies, Paul Walker sexy flexy. That's to be expected. To the men who are Paul Walker fans, I said are, because it don't matter if he's not here, you still his fan. Because trust me, that dude was in some nice movies. Did you find yourself tilting your head back like this, like trying to keep the tear? I did. I'm not ashamed to say it. I was hurt. I'm like, damn. And then they're gonna play that song at the end of the movie. Like, this song was a tearjerker in itself. I'm sitting up there like this here. My lady at the time talking about, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Like, and watch this. In comparison, I didn't do that in Black Panther 2. I watched the movie. I did not do that in Black Panther 2. I did. Do you know when I did all that? When they said he passed away, asked my wife, I lost everything. I lost my ever-loving mind. That was my Paul Walker moment. The moment I found out he passed. In the movies, I was like this. Actually, I can't even say that because I didn't see it in the movie theater. I'm just gonna say I didn't see it in the movie theater. But I wasn't moved. I was feeling some type of way more than anything else. But my whole he gone moment, that was when they said he gone. I don't want to say I'm not susceptible to still having them moments, but right, okay. Yeah, I'm not even sure DC could pull off the sidekick transfer. They at least got Dick and Wally. I hope Emergency awesome, but it would not surprise me if Marvel went down that road with the kid. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. No, he's not wrong. Like, and I'm gonna say that for what it is. And like I said, my dog got to get his money. He got to get his money and everything like that. I ain't mad at that. I'm just like, bro, you ain't have to. You could have told the truth and still said what you need to say. No. He don't get it wrong often. I'm just gonna say that he don't really. He's a source of knowledge. He is. He's a source. He's a credible source of knowledge is what he is. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. He said it. They would definitely pay for it. I mean, hey, no, I think he's accurate enough at least on the current plan. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I would never attempt. No, if he said it, but he credible. But he's a credible judge. You might not see what I said. See about the truth. I might not like what he said. I don't. That don't mean it ain't true. I might not like not one word he said, and I don't mean it ain't true. No, you better act accordingly. What do you think, Kamoyo? They'll pay for it. Hey, it's like I said, these mugs haven't learned to let. I don't know. I think. Watch this. If we're being fair, right? Be fair. One of the things that I keep hearing in my ear is somebody said to me, I want to prove them wrong. I do. You said, you're not going to get to 5,000 just talking about Black Panther content. I want to prove them wrong. I do. I want to prove them wrong. But I do sit back and no, I can't be bought and everything like that. I just sit back and understand some stuff. If that's going to be the flag you planting in the ground, that's the flag you planting in the ground. And folks have to be mindful of asking other folks to plant that flag in the ground. Because see, I can sit over here and say what I want to say and feel how I want to feel. And yeah, I can poke out my chest and everything like that. I can. But at the end of the day, what's that doing for me and my family? That's why I go back to, we have to get to a point where we make it where those of us that will have to face such a question don't have to face it. But as long as we are content to capitulate, compromise, and complain, and to a degree, we're setting ourselves up for failure at some point in time. Now, mind you, your some point in time, it may not ever come. But if it does, you're going to be faced with a question. I just ordered Doom War on trade paperback, best $50 ever spent. Listen, you won't be disappointed with that one. I absolutely love Doom War. I won't be spending $50 on the movie. If it's man. My question be like, who can you get? Like they say, if you know better, you're supposed to do better. So my question is like, who can you get at this point in time? Because, okay, you said something in 2020. That was a hot lie. That was a hot lie. And people went for it. Okay, it was 2024. 4 years later, I'm thinking people should have smartened up. Like us people individually, as a people, smarten up, grow, read more, become wise and everything, more knowledgeable. We say we proud and everything like that. So I would be liking to think we just do better. So I'm like, okay, well, when you putting this movie out, okay, 2026. So who's still gonna be a fool in 2026? like that be my thing. Like, I get it's gonna be some people that's gonna be MCU fans, and that is what that is. Okay, God bless you, make it do what it do. But if you say you black, that ain't me saying that. If you say you black and you about black imagery, about black representation, and you about, oh, I don't want race swapping, and you that's your calling card. And this ain't got nothing to do with me. Where you finna be at when in 2026? Because I'm like, you can't be the same person you was in 2020. You can't be thinking the same way. And if you are thinking the same way, damn. What is it? You trying to catch up? And I tell them the exact reason why Superman and Lois is getting canceled. They don't want, and I don't know what the hell that is. I saw that. I'm like, I remember back in the day when they didn't give a damn. As a comic book fan, I liked it when they didn't give a damn. I don't know when the comic book fan became, well, we just could not process information, but I liked it when we didn't give it, when they did not give us as much Superman as we want. But hell yeah, give me him. Give me about 3-4 titles over here in the comic books. Give me a live action show. Give me a movie. Give me an animated cartoon movie special. Give me an animated series. I enjoyed all that. I did. I like the hell. Just man, give me all the damn. Oh, give me about 3-4 Batman titles. Let me get that. Let me get some Batman movies over here. You're right. Let me get that. I know that one sucked. Don't care. Let me get some more Batman. We got some Batman action figures over here. Let me get them. Got an animated series. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. So you gonna give us some Batman movies too? Who the hell complained about, who was confused? Who the hell? We had the Justice League cartoon going on, and they had damn cartoon animated movies with No, who the hell complained? Who was like, oh man, there's too many damn Batmans for me to keep up with? I don't know. One person said, boy, hey, y'all got too many Batmans out here. I can't. Who cared? Who gave a damn? That's why I said I don't know who got it going on right now. Listen, hey man, God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much for allowing me once again to keep money in my pockets. Action figures, comic book reviews, and everything. Y'all allowing me to keep it right there where it is. Thank y'all so much, man. I ain't mad at that. Hey man, it's y'all money. It's y'all money, and y'all get to do whatever it is y'all want to do with it. Hey, who am I? Multiverse character replacement is cold, but Grand Madam Tara, as I said, my spiritual advisor in the read, post read, we still got several. Man, we got everything. we got everything. I don't think I ever had to worry about what they was gonna do with Superman. Like honestly, when Christopher Reeve had a horseback riding accident, I felt bad for him personally. I don't think I was ever concerned as a Superman fan that we weren't gonna get no more Superman. I don't think that fear ever set in my spirit. I don't think I ever felt that way. Oh, and we ain't gonna get no Super Bowl, boy. No, I never felt that way. Not in the least. What is wild is the MCU has 1,000 ways to justify a recast with scrolls, magic, and multiverse, but they simply don't want to because they don't want a strong T'Challa. Mind you, I don't understand the story that we want told. A single black mother. I keep going back to this, and I be trying to get us to lock in because I'm like, hold on. So you, as a black person, you're perfectly fine with T'Challa having something in common with Cain from Raising Cain. That you fine with that? And people like, Theo, no. Where Cain dad at? Ain't his mama unmarried? Okay. Well, what's a son born out of wedlock? I didn't make that up. They said the son born out of wedlock is what? The dude who has a pen in his hand, who could have easily written them as being secretly married with the Queen Mother Ramunda being the only witness, he could have wrote that. He could have wrote Okoye was the witness. He could have. No, that is not what he wanted to do. That's a conscious decision. No, I don't want to write that they got married, eloped. That ain't what I want to do. I want to write this boy as a bastard child. Why would you do that? Like, that's not what the actor stood for, nor is that what the character stood for, which makes me then have to ask, if you're a black person who's a Black Panther fan, why are you signing up for that? This ain't got nothing to do with me. Why are you a black fan? You're a Black Panther fan. You're a black person. You say you like Chadwick Boseman. What in the hell makes you think either the actor or the character stood for such nonsense? They would both tell you, we don't do that here. But you're gonna go along with it. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm glad I ain't got to answer the question. Everybody already know my answer. I ain't got to answer them questions. Theo, oh, never mind. We already know how Theo, and they do. Somebody tried to come, thought I was saying something else. Same person had to tell him, nah, Theo been recast T'Challa since day one. See? Theo been against race swap since day one. See? And that might be why my numbers went down. I might have offended some people when I said I didn't want to see Jonathan Majors as Kane. I don't. I didn't say I didn't want him rehired by Disney. That's not what I said. I didn't say I don't want him rehired by Marvel. I don't want him race swapping. Kane's still white. I don't, that's neatness representation to me. If you got mad at me about that, so be it. What's going on? Man, y'all up in here, you took it back with WKRP. Baby, you and me were ever meant to be. Just please think of me once in a while. I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati. Man, that used to be my joint back in the day. That used to be my joint. Yeah. Grand Madam, go on, Grand Madam, go and shout it out to the room. I sound like I got some guys. Imagine a Reed Richards son, Reed Jr. with no, that ain't, they're not doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. Yeah, I ain't even finna try and play what if. They're not doing that. Like, they're not doing that because watch this. If they was gonna do that, they just did something different with it. No, they not doing that. They're gonna do what they always do. That's just how come they slid Thunderbolt Ross up. Let me say they slid your boy up in there. Yeah, they're not doing that. them characters gonna always be on the table. There have been so many actors playing Bruce Wayne. If anything happened to the actor playing Bruce, Bruce will be replaced. ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky. The Blasphemy Tabernacle. Y'all killing me. I'm just saying, man, I don't be wanting to get all up into it, man. But I'm like, man, y'all not gonna play me like I'm stupid. And folks can get mad at me because I like to read, but so be it. So be it. So I would love to tell y'all I'm just here so I don't get fined, but y'all go ahead. Y'all like it. I love it. Oh, will Marvel Studios be losing more? Hey, I can't say. Will Marvel Studios be losing money? Watch this. I can't say, and here's why. They lost money last time around. Now, the thing is that, like I said, I only expect certain people to feel some type of way. And I know people think, no, I really only expect Black Panther comic book fans. And when I mean Black Panther comic book fans, that crosses all demographics. That does. That absolutely does. No different than Batman fans do, Superman fans, Spider-Man fans. It crosses all demographics. But going back to what Nico said, because I know who this character was created for, what the thing is, what's transpired is you have us being used against us, telling us to support this character. That's wrong. That's wrong. Because everybody that's been living as long as I have, if not longer, knows everything that I know in regards to Hollywood, recasting, when actors pass away, superheroes, fiction, all they know exactly what I know. So they're being disingenuous. The thing is I, as of right now, don't have an answer to override those who have a microphone. They're going to put the microphone in front of the right people, the actors that are going to be returning for the movie. Folks are going to listen to them because they like them. Say it one more time. They're going to listen to what they have to say. No different than when people listen to Cameron because you like them. Just because you like somebody don't mean they know what they're talking about all the damn time. But you have people that look like us that are going to listen to them. Okay, well, what do we do then? Because all I know is to keep educating, keep telling what the comic book is in regards to the character. But I'm not Winston Duke. I can't. That's the sexy teddy bear. Like I can't compete with that. I don't have a microphone in front of me. I'm not dressed like he dressed. I ain't Michael B. Jordan. He coming back for the okay. Well, I'm not him. I'm not Mr. Sexy Flexy yet. I ain't Mr. Sexy Flexy yet. Okay, well, I can't compete with none of the females. I can't compete with none of those sisters. They're all beautiful women in and of their own right and everything like that. So they're gonna have people believing what they got to say regardless. I can't compete with that. I'm not even gonna try. Okay, well, if you have that much misinformation being fed to you by celebrities, how do you get the truth out there? Aside from what we've been doing, sharing knowledge, telling about the character, doing the lives, doing the comic book reviews, going back, revisiting the characters and everything like that. How do you overlap that? Nate Moore isn't going to ever allow that to circulate out there. I really want to say mass media did everything they could to not promote the video by Urban Faith. So you don't have that out there, right? Okay, well, you don't have anybody, you have rappers that get asked how do they feel, but they're not speaking with knowledge and they're not speaking with the passion. It's a conversation that's in passing. It's not a conversation brought up to address a point in regards to show social awareness, social consciousness, black imagery, black. No, it's a question that's asked in passing. So when people say to me, "Oh, this rapper is a comic book fan," I'm like, "Okay, good. That's a rapper. They're not necessarily invested." Neither are the actors. Because what winds up happening? They wind up being a character that don't look like them. They take their check, they go home. DC giving us 2 Bruce Waynes on film, Matt Reeves and James Pun version. Yep. Ronnie, yep. Where's Deacon Brill when you need preach. I'm trying to, man. I'm just like, at the end of the day, man, fool me once. What we say, fool me once, shame on you, right? Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay, well, I can't do that no more. Anyone out there looking for a fan home, they're not doing you right when it comes to Black Panther. We'll come on in. We got room for you here. All you got to do is calm down. And just, that's it. That's it. It's 100% Junior. Who the hell is it? Like, that's all you got to do. If you like the character, like, if you like the character and where it ain't no toxicity and everything like that, man, we just gonna give you the knowledge. Like, we do that. And that's crazy. We got 2 groups, Council of Wakanda Black Panther fan group. And if you like the MCU, I love it for you. It's just, you're not going to be able, no different than you can have a conversation with an X-Men comic book fan. If you've just been relying on movies, you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to have a conversation with a Black Panther comic book fan. Now, if you don't feel like you know more than the X-Men comic book fan, then you should not feel entitled enough to feel like you know more than the Black Panther comic book fan. You don't. You don't. You don't. You can come on in and learn, but this holier than thou attitude, nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work at all. They need to go ahead and put her on the brink of death and make her travel to Djalia so we can have, man, they not doing that. They not doing that, man. They not doing that. They doing what they want to do, and I want everybody to be great. Bring back Shuri to drink. Nope. The AI is called the grill. Shuri is dead probably, but since MCU stole T'Challa's super genius, I ain't gonna cry. She should have been on the grill path from the start of the MCU. To me, if somebody respected that character, as Stan Lee said, and I get it, folks want to talk about, well, it's based on or whatever. I get you wanted to evolve the character, but by and large, I feel like, to me, Shuri's turn as the griot orator, I think that's something we miss in our culture. There have been quite a few times, if you go back and you look at how long you've been living, where we talked about how Black children learn versus other children and everything like that. You take that and you sit that off to the side, and then when you go back and you read up on African history, Egyptian history, and you start looking at things that are the images that are drawn on walls and everything like that, and you read about how we recounted history through the years. The elders would pass the stories, and that's how the history was kept, which is why African history is so disjointed, because it was passed down, and then you got us not speaking our African language anymore. It's troublesome. It's confusing. It's downright confounding. So when you have somebody that says, okay, well, she's the griot, to me, that's somebody who had enough respect for their culture, our culture, our people, our ancestry, to go back and research that. That's what that is. To go back and research that and make her the living embodiment of that. And so, and this is when I could look at Ryan Coogler and be like, you don't appreciate that? You don't appreciate that? Why would you so callously take away something that could be used for our people to give further context to our people, the way we kept history? Why would you take that and just give it to a computer? But then I know his mindset to a degree. It's a reason why Ironheart, the armor, look the way that it did. He's an anime fan. Well, there's nothing wrong with him being an anime fan. It's not. There's nothing wrong with him wanting to tell gritty, edgy stories. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not T'Challa's story, though. That's not T'Challa's story. And I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, Riri Williams isn't an anime fan, nor is she a 2-bit hustler. But this is what we got our younger brothers and sisters loving, liking. Because truth be told, how did Riri Williams conduct herself any differently from the brothers and sisters in BPFG? I'm sorry, in Black Mafia family. How was her character any different from anybody on Snowfall? Because she was in college? Didn't she threaten the dude and say, you better have my money? This is what our daughters are looking at on screen. Well, I'm sorry. They get enough of that on Sunday night on Stars. They get enough of that on TNT or TBS. They get enough of that on reality shows. They didn't need that to pop up in Wakanda Forever. That sister was supposed to be a brainiac. You got her as a brainiac that's at the end of the day a 2-bit hustler. Why is that her story? That shouldn't be her story. And there's nothing wrong with comic book fans who know her story asking that question. Nor is it wrong for folks to expect that character to be honored, treated, written like she's supposed to, no differently than T'Challa. But see, it sounds a whole lot differently when I can speak accurately on Riri than T'Challa, because folks gonna lock in. No differently than I sit up here and I talk about that was wrong with what they did with Io and Anika. That was wrong. But who gonna check them? We sit up here and we say recast T'Challa. Everybody that wants to say recast T'Challa and everything like that, the mouthpieces, you notice they won't speak out on that either. Why is that? Are they taking our kindness for weakness? Or are we just being weak? Have we capitulated to the almighty dollar? Have I made sure that I'm taken care of individually while low-key not really looking out for me and mine when it comes to my people? That's a fair question. Just one day, I just know at some point in time, you're going to look at your black problem as being my black problem. And I'm going to ask you a question. What was you when my black problem was a problem? Misled was the jam. It was, boy, wasn't it? They do look like brother. Yeah, I thought I was doing a double when JT went on video. So listen, them cats have always looked alike to me. And I'm sitting up and like, man, I don't care what y'all say. Ain't nobody finna tell. That ain't no different than me than me and my daughter laugh about. Y'all don't know if y'all know the young actor, and I can't believe I'm finna use this to make sure you know who he is. But Robert Richard, the actor that was in, I knew him from something else. I knew him in something else, the Jet something, whatever show on Nickelodeon. But women might know him from Chocolate City, Chocolate Factory, whatever that stripper movie was. Anyway, there's an actor that he looked just like. And I'm sitting up here like, I don't care what y'all say. That's his daddy. The dude that played Damien on Arrow, I don't care what anybody say. I get it. I understand it. I know folks wouldn't know it. That's his daddy. You're not been. If somebody can sit up here and allude to the fact that Jimmy Butler might be Michael Jordan's son, you can't say nothing to me. That dude is Robert Richard's father, and I'm gonna need a DNA test to tell me they not related, cause damn. Terrible message. What's going on, Born 360? What's going on? Glad to have you up in here. This is almost like taking Thor Jr. and having be with Sif, or better yet, James. Yeah, that needs a sword. Yeah. Mythology is it is. It's powerful. And I'm gonna say it like this: it's crazy. You know Greek mythology, you know Roman mythology, you don't necessarily know African mythology, and watch this. You ain't necessarily pressed to go learn it either. And that's not an accident. You're like, Theo, see, I just sit back and I watch stuff. Okay, do we have any what's the name of the show that used to come on with Dean and let me see, dang, what was the name of the show? Supernatural. We got Supernatural fans around here. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember if Dean came, they was like at this bar or whatever, and all the deities was there. Y'all remember that? All the deities was sitting at the table. Michael walked in. I'm not mistaken. Michael walked in. And the deities, they was having conversation, and they was all talking about how they used to be powerful until another religion moved in. I didn't write that. I didn't write that. I just wrote that. I'm gonna say I didn't write it. I just watched it. Same thing. Dogma. If I got Dogma fans, y'all remember the movie Dogma? Anybody remember Dogma? Dogma. Okay. So we know the Bible was originally written in what language? Right. Okay. And we know it's been translated. We do. The question that they asked in Dogma, which I found to be poignant, because I like make all the sense in the world. They said Chris Rock plays the character. I think it's the 13th apostle. And he said, you know what? Not trying to offend nobody. He said, you know what? He said, to believe that Mary was a virgin, and I'm paraphrasing here, and she got pregnant by God is one thing. But to believe that she stayed married to Joseph and he never slept with her, and she never got pregnant. And it ain't like we could, because I could look at Dogma and just say that, but no, because watch this. One Tom Hanks in a couple of other movies where they kept talking about somebody had brothers and sisters. Crazy how they referenced it in a comedy, and then in a whole nother adventure type movie, they referenced it again. I just sit back and I just watch stuff. I don't necessarily say nothing, because as Grandma Man used to say, everything you see ain't meant to be spoken. Not all kin folks, skin folks, and T'Challa has ops on every. How though? Like I would never have thought that was possible. I'm still bewildered how a black fictional character got black ops. I still don't understand that to this day. That's a wild moment for me. I'm still confused on that one. Oh, there we go. I got to straighten up and fly right. Mr. Ray Smith, my elder, my mentor is in the building. So I'm gonna have to straighten up and fly right. King Solomon Frost, absolutely. Don't let others write your mythos. That's powerful. Don't let others write your mythos. Remember when I said earlier that I got offended to a degree? I laughed, but I got offended by what he was saying. The reason why I got offended is because, as I said earlier, there was enough truth in what he said to mislead people. Now, I don't know if it was done intentionally or not. I do know that it wasn't the truth. And I am past the point where propaganda being used to divide my people, being used to influence my people. I'm past the point or where propaganda is funny. It's not. His comments in regards to the entire video was misleading. The video in and of itself influences people to see nothing wrong with the portrayal. The thing is that when I look at people who don't see anything wrong with it, this is me. I'm not speaking for anybody else. But when I see people who don't see anything wrong with it, I see people who see nothing wrong with George Floyd taking Trayvon Martin's life. I see people who will go above and beyond to justify why George Zimmerman was killed. 4 minutes, 36 seconds. People who are okay with it, I low-key feel like they would be the same people that would be okay with Ahmaud Arbery being murdered. The same people who would be okay with that sister being murdered in her home while she slept. The same people who would be okay with that brother being murdered on his couch while he played a video game. Well, I'm about as okay with that as I am in regards to school shootings. I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with that about as much as I'm okay about the Capitol being stormed on January 6th. I'm not okay with that. I'm about as okay with that as I am about a man putting his hands on a woman. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. But there are others that are, for whatever reason. Well, I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, but what I will say is this, is that when it comes down to Black Panther 3, the story that they want to tell, the representation of Black imagery, um, I'm not okay with that. I'm not telling you to be okay with it, but we are here. The truth is the powers that be want to emasculate and eradicate the Black man, period. Cat Williams, Terrence Howes, and others have spoken. They have. They have. They have, and we've had other people. And that's the thing that I don't like about it, because I can sit back, and when you sit back and you just be, and you're willing to be honest and transparent about things, you have a tendency to rub people the wrong way if it's not received properly. So, Terrence Howard and Cat Williams have talked about how Black men in Hollywood have been emasculated, and they've used the whole dress situation as a point of a conversation piece. And I remember Marlon, I want to say it was Marlon, did a radio show, and white girls, hugely popular. Now, people will some folks will take an opportunity to make fun of the Wayans brothers. I can remember one point in time having a problem with comedians who said what they were doing was just buffoonery. And this was when they had the Wayans show. I'm like, comedy is comedy. If you like comedy, you like comedy. And you come out better just hollering at the brothers as opposed to just tearing them down. Well, Dustin Hoffman put on a dress. Now, we're going to say that you have to put on a dress to make it in Hollywood. That's fine. But if we're going to say you have to put a dress on in Hollywood to make it as a Black man, it's a lot of white actors that did that. Patrick Swayze. I don't know how you viewing them, but Black actors not the only ones doing that in Hollywood. They not. Now I don't know if their white counterparts are facing the same vitriol that they are, but I just want to be perfectly clear. They're not the only ones that's doing that. And sad to say, if you watched as many movies, as many television, watch this. Tom Hanks. Let me push this chair back for a second. Tell the truth and shame the devil. My introduction to Tom Hanks was on Bosom Buddies. That was my introduction to Tom Hanks. He and another guy played roommates who could not find a place to stay, men. So the only apartments they could find only rented to women. And they put on a dress. That show, A Mother Mindset, lasted more than 2 seasons. It was very popular. And Tom Hanks took that career and, well, damn. How do we talk about Tom Hanks? I'm just asking. How do we talk about him? I don't think we make disparaging comments about Tom Hanks. No, I actually think Tom Hanks' acting career is pretty impressive. It is. I don't think we have a degrading comment to make about Tom Hanks. I don't. I don't. I don't. And what do we remember Tom Hanks for? Because like I said, my introduction to him was Bosom Buddies. But what do you remember him for? It's a great question. Because he's been in some great movies. Is it where he played the role of an adult kid? Is it where he played the role of a mentally challenged savant? Because that's clearly what the hell he was in the army, playing football in there. What about when he played the guy that was stranded? When you think about when he played a pilot, or when you think about those roles, did you know he got his start in a dress? Do you even care? Now, the thing that you have to ask yourself is this. If you don't give 2 damns about what Tom Hanks did, why is it so pressing over here? Because like I said, he ain't the only white dude that put that dress on. Oh, he ain't. Patrick Swayze put it on. I don't think we had a problem. I know I seen Tootsie. I saw Tootsie. Dustin Hoffman, yeah. And them just the folks that I remember. Them just I know it ain't just them. So especially with what happened to us, we will let anyone into the cookout regardless. We will always. Born, I love the energy, man. Thank you so much. Peace and love to everybody. My wife Ashanti is pissed. She said, I'm catching up, man. Our forgiveness has been taken for weakness. They believe that they can, hey man, we low-key let them have it. We low-key let them have it. Country folks upset with Beyonce trying to get her removed off the country charts. Meanwhile, we don't mind letting someone. And let me just say this. It ain't country folks. It's because I want to make sure we start drawing a delineation in that and everything like that. It's not country folks. Dolly Parton is a supporter of her, and Beyonce has gotten a lot of support from country. It's not. It's the biggest. It's the racist, and they got their own little smaller demographic. And you know what? I don't even want to do them. Honestly, this me and y'all be like, Theo, don't do it. No, let me do it. To me, it's disrespectful to even call them racist. It's disrespectful to call. It's disrespectful to racists for me to call a bigot over here a racist. Like, Theo, what do you mean? Well, we historians, right? Right. Okay. Well, do they really treat? Do racists in America treat folks in America that they don't like the same way Germans did Jewish people? No, they don't. They don't. There's a distinct difference. I'm like, Theo, no, 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 no. You not finna find nobody back then that wanted the Jewish woman breastfeeding their baby. Breastfeeding what? No, you can't touch my child. Cooking what? Cooking what? You cooking what for who? You can't cook nothing for me. Sleeping with who? Who? No, you can't do nothing for me except get gone. I read the history books. I'm sorry, I read the history. I ain't slave, servant. You can't do nothing for me but get out the country. You have people over here that like to say, why don't you go back to where you came from? If I do, I'm taking everything with me, and I don't think you want that. If I do, I'm taking everything with me, and I'm taking Patrick Mahomes, because you low-key don't like the black side of Patrick Mahomes. I'm cool with the white side of Patrick Mahomes. He coming too. I'm taking everything with me. Everything that's mine. No more peanut butter. No more super soakers. I'm taking everything that if I got to go, I'm taking everything, all my football players. I'm taking all that. All that. I'm taking R&B, I'm taking rap, I'm taking country, I'm taking rock and roll, I'm taking jazz, I'm taking everything. You're gonna have to figure it out. And mind you, you can't tell me where to go anyway, because this not your spot. Your spot over there. This my red brother spot over here. And my red brother ain't never told me to get up and go nowhere. He ain't. It's you. So as she darn well should. Come on, yo. What's going on, Mr. Ray Smith? Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I should have corrected that. We did check. We did not. Programming, that part. Social engineering, that part. The problem is too many of us don't know where we should draw the line. That part. That's a rarity. Most games are doing the work of W. Listen, I'm just saying, like, I don't mind you telling me to check in. That's your city. I just find it odd you ain't say that to nobody else. And I'm trying to figure out why folks feeling some type of way. Like you got me scared of you. Why ain't nobody else scared of you? I think that's a fair question. You got me scared to walk in certain neighborhoods. Okay, well, why everybody don't feel like that? I got to check in when I come to Atlanta. Okay, why everybody got to check in when they come to Atlanta? I don't mind checking in if that's the rule for everybody. And I ain't even trying to do you no harm. I'm just coming to Atlanta, visit some folks, eat some good food and some stuff like that there. But I got to check in. Okay, well, if I got to check in, why everybody ain't got to check in? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. And if you trying to make Atlanta safe for you, why you ain't making Atlanta safe for you? Because I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. Like I said, I'm just coming in, maybe do some shopping or something like, but I ain't coming in to terrorize nobody, nothing like that. I ain't coming in talking about, oh, y'all got to bow down and kiss Theo butt because Theo, I ain't not saying nothing. I'm low-key trying to get in and hope you don't, I don't bother you. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Now you got folks coming in talking about, oh yeah, hi, and y'all ain't saying nothing. I got questions. I got questions. I think that's fair. I got questions. I tell it's funny because country these days is bro country. Hip hop little these days. Listen, if they didn't have a problem with Lil Nas X, you can't have a problem with Beyonce. And I'm not saying nothing in regards to his orientation. I'm not. If you like his music, why you don't like Beyonce music? I think that's a fair question. If you like his music, why you like Beyonce music? There's a story of a group called the Deacons showing up on the KKK and handling business with guns. Need that story, Mr. Smith. You want to send me the link. I'm going to have to go to George Zimmerman still around. Does he have to? It's crazy you say that, because I can remember watching a video, I want to say it was like last year or something like that, where the baby had to check in. Crazy. I'm saying, so the baby got and had like 30 cats, 20, 30 cats pull up on him too. I'm like, yeah, man, you ain't check in. He shooting the music, one trying to shoot a music video and everything like that. I'm like, so he can't shoot a music. He got to check in to shoot a music video in the hood. Okay, I low key understand that. I guess hey man, because he don't know what y'all got going on in the hood, right? I guess y'all might be having a party, cookout, something. Yeah. But y'all just let anybody just come through. But just anybody, like, I'm just like, you remember the Equalizer? We was watching Equalizer movie. Remember the cops? Remember the cops? Remember the cops? And remember, folks had to pay a protection fee, insurance fee, right? Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, because I could be wrong. Ain't nobody getting taxed. Like, you ain't got to pay no fee to be in these. Okay. Yep. That happened in the town next to me, the birthday party thing. It pisses me off. The self-hatred game bangers or whatever, and do evil to people that look like them. I don't listen. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know, listen, y'all know I mess with y'all, man. Don't do that. Y'all know, listen, I'm talking to the y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all, cause boy, look, don't do that. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm loyal. I'm loyal. Y'all know I'm loyal, and y'all know who I'm talking to. I'm loyal. I just think that's a fair question. I just think that's a fair question. Cause here we go. Now I'm gonna ask the tough question. It's like Theo, don't do. So here we go. Let's play a game of what if. You're in the Crips, you're in the Bloods, you're in the Rolling 20s, disciples, black disciples. At the end of the day, you're still black. That's what matters. I'm going to choose my words very carefully because I want it to be understood the way it should be understood. With all those names that I just threw out there, gang affiliations, what do you want from me as a black man if somebody takes, if a racist, this ain't gang warfare, no, it's war. What do you want me to do as a black man if a racist takes the life of your loved one? How you want me locking in? You want me locking in based on the color of your flag? Then you want me locking in based on the color of your pigmentation? And then what are you gonna do? Because I know, or at the very least, I have an idea of what you would do if it was somebody from another gang that did it. Somebody not affiliated with a gang that did it. So my question to you is, what would you do if somebody from a hate group did it? What would you do if somebody from a white supremacist group did it? I do not believe that in the time that I've been living, not only has that question never been asked, I don't believe those instances have never taken place. No, I believe they have. So if those instances have taken place, why have we never heard about the outcome of that incident taking place? Ashanti says it's literally like there's a blatant disrespect for the fan base and the viewing audience. It is. She's not wrong. Them trucks would have been on 4 flats doing that on my property. They would have had, boy. I'm not even gonna say what I would have did because that ain't gonna sound right. I'm just gonna say I do have a particular set of skills. I'm just gonna say I do have a particular set of skills. I know some people, and I don't always. I'm not gonna say I know all the right people. No, I know some wrong people too. So, yeah, that's how we're gonna say that right there. EA holds softballs for Marvel. He is like I said. I'm not knocking his money. I'm not knocking his money. I'm not. The non-truths did not have to be told to sell it. I think at this point in time, people that want to watch it, like I said, that was one of the most disappointing things about it. Everybody in the comment section is excited for it, which says to me, there's a percentage of people out there that don't give two damns about what I give a damn about, which is cool because it ain't necessarily given that I got to give a damn about what they give a damn about. So it is what it is. I remember there were so many people that claimed they cared about Chadwick, but were the main ones laughing at his way. Born 360, your message is powerful, and I believe we'll correct the. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so because it's like, man, good God, man. It really should be a no-brainer. It really should. Like, it really should be. If you say this what you about, because I ain't the one saying it. I say it for me. I know who I am at the end of the day. If you say this what you about, like I said, it's certain questions I ain't got the answer. Kugler wants to tell street tales, and his benefactors love that. Even when and that's the thing. I don't mind his street story. I don't. It's just not the story for T'Challa. And I think there's something wrong when there's too many similarities between the story he's telling and Power, Book of Power, Black Mafia Family, and Raising Canaan. It's just too many similarities there. Hell, I'm low-key feeling like I'm getting a similarity between what he telling me and Empire, and I should not be getting that. Like, he wants Wakanda to be, and I can't even say it's his story because it's not. He wants Wakanda to be this tragic place. It don't happen. Why? And then in the third installment, everybody want to come for Wakanda. Well, you're not even living up to it because, and this is how I look at Black. I know he's not a Black Panther fan. Black Panther fans take pride in the fact that Wakanda has never been conquered. Black Panther fans take pride in that. He doesn't. He either doesn't or he's being told not to. Well, I helped you. I did help you with 1.3 billion. I'm not helping you with nothing else. Oh, no T'Challa, no interest, not at all. I hope Black Panther 3 flop this time. Like I said, I don't know if I can see you being one way in 2020. So we say 2025, 2026. I don't see how you're still stuck in the same place mentally, as in you haven't come into more knowledge in regards to the character nor the actor since then. At that point in time, it is what it is. On Diabolical Nerd Facts, I remember that well. Chad looked like many. Yep, he did. Don't give two squirrel farts about Ryan MBJ's struggle vampire franchise. I'm not gonna say that. Me, I'm like this. If the vampire movie is good, and that's the thing, I'm working on this part right here where I can compartmentalize because, like they said, address the sin, address the sin. Speak on that. If they can put out a good vampire movie, that's to me that like I supported Michael B. Jordan's Creed comic book. No, I'm not finna. And I think that that lends more justification. Honestly, I think that makes me more credible because I am able to compartmentalize and say, no, this was fun. This was trash. This was fine. With Theo, why did you go support them at the vampire movie? They are brothers at the end of the day. They are black at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go support them and everything like that. But what they got over here, this was horrific. This was trash. This was absolute garbage. And the way that I would be able to speak on why it was trash and it would be garbage would be the same reason I'll be able to come over here and speak on why this was beautiful, why this was a masterpiece. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Ryan Coogler needs to leave that part right there. Leave it alone. The silent FU is always the loudest. Let them find out opening weekend and its box office results. That's it. It's just like I said. I'm when I look at the script, the plot synopsis so far, based on what Emergency Awesome had to say, I look at Ryan Coogler and I look at Nate Moore. His interview troubled me because there was a lot of stuttering going on in the interview, which makes me question whether or not he believes what he's actually saying. But then there's the part where, like I said, that's 2020. That's going to be 2025, 2026. If you're the type of person that's a Black Panther fan, a Chadwick Boseman fan, and this is the story that you're choosing to accept, I got a lot of questions, and I'm not the one. I don't have a lot of questions. Folks will have a lot of questions, and I don't have to answer any of them because I have stayed right where I was, and I have been able to articulate whether folks liked what I said or not. I've been able to say why I am where I am and why I'm not moving. I don't have to justify to anybody why I went this way and then came back over here and then went. I ain't got to answer them questions. I don't need these actors back, just their characters. Facts. Feige and crew decided Coogler and crew just followed orders. Somebody did what they wanted to do. I know they just saved me a bunch of money, and I ain't even have to switch to Geico to do it. I would have threw him out on his ass for the company. Heads would have been spinning out and got him up out of there so fast. But you wait, come here. Yeah. Did you call Ryan? Yeah, I called him. What you call him about? Chadwick Boseman and Pat. And what did y'all discuss? Whether or not we was gonna recast the character. Y'all had that discussion. Yeah. You mean the director that we hired? Yeah. The director that we hired had a conversation with a guy that works up under me, whose position is up under me. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. And y'all made a decision about a recast in a matter of minutes and ain't holler at me because I got some folks that I got to answer to. Yeah, we just okay. So feelings and got you fired. Feelings and got you fired. One fact is Marvel Studios built a lot of goodwill over the years. Any decision they made, normally would co-sign. You know what? I can't explain it. Like I like the movies that they did earlier too, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something wrong with me. I don't know. Those same normies didn't show up when Marvel needed them for Quantumania and and didn't. And we're not gonna show up either. Because we're able to tell you we don't like these movies for these specific reasons. Well, you can keep telling people it's superhero fatigue. That's it. Comic books come out every Wednesday. They do. From what I've learned, DC come out on Tuesday. So DC come out on every Tuesday. Marvel come out every Wednesday. What superhero fatigue? That is I see. Let me write this down because see, iconic. Folks need to take English classes. Iconic. That was the word used. Then recast, right? Recast. What we got? What we got going on here? Superhero fatigue. I buy comics every week. Comics come out every week. How in the hell Hasbro Marvel Legends just released a damn wave. And while I'm not impressed by the wave, because I ain't no Kazar fan like that, I ain't. There are folks chomping at the bit. That's literally a wave of superhero action figures. They are $24.99. Folks got them on pre-order. What superhero fatigue are they talking about that folks keep listening to? I'm curious because damn it, I ain't seen what super. They still make this damn hat. What superhero fatigue? Damn it, ain't they coming out with X-Men 97? That's a whole ass cartoon. Who put out a cartoon for X-Men 97 if folks tired of damn superhero? What are we? I'm just I'm just asking some questions. I'm just asking questions. Listen, I got a power princess on the way to the house. How? Superhero fatigue. And she sold out. Like, damn, I couldn't even get her for retail. Well, why is she sold out if folks tired? That's power princess. That ain't Wonder Woman. I got the Skrull Queen, Skrull 2-pack coming to the house. How? If folks tired of superhero. How? They refuse to let you be right. Both Thaddeus and Betty became, yeah. So I don't know why Betty couldn't pick up the role. That's what I've been saying from the jump. Why rush to make that movie? It's crazy you asked that question. Reason why I say it's crazy, because I asked that same question. Do you know what a brother, somebody look like us, told me? I can't make this up. You gonna tell me that the crew, the cast and crew, they was mourning. But when I point out the fact they could have waited to make the movie, this is what this brother said, and I cannot make this up. I stopped talking to him after that because I realized he was stuck on stupid. He says to me, he says, they had already planned to make the movie anyway. So let me see if I got this right. Because they had planned to make the movie anyway off the success of the first movie. You're telling me, as a critical thinking black man, they had to honor that. Thus, the cast and crew who mourned at home when the actor passed still had to come 8 months later and start filming because the studio had already said they were going to do the movie. The same studio, by the way, who said his portrayal of the character was iconic in and of itself. Thus, they will not be recasting the character. He said, yeah. I stopped talking to him after that. I stopped talking to him after that because I believe stupidity is contagious. I don't want that in my life. They come with the General Ross was a secondary. That right there. Didn't Ross also have a black protege for a while? You talking about General 14 or 13? You talking about General 14? Who became the abomination? That's why I be like, you're gonna be hard pressed to pull one over on me because I just be sitting back letting stuff. I know folks think we don't read. I do read. I do read. Read too damn much sometimes, but I do read. Yeah, you talking about General 14? Yeah. Dude became an abomination too. He did. Went down into the below place, the bottom place, whatever place that is. Yep. Got his neck snapped and everything. But yeah, he did. They could have gotten married and carried on the end. Could have. 1969, I remember it was the Mayflower truckers left in the wee hours of the morning. Got up out of them. Facts. That sounds too much like right. These fools never picked a Hulk comic up. I've been reading Hulk since the 80s. The same fool that think that is founded. And you know what's crazy about that? The crazy part about it is you'll talk to somebody and they'll be like, so you don't watch no cartoons. Like they literally told you in both the comic books and the cartoons who created it. Never mind. Never mind. I won't do that with you. They didn't set up any of these successors up to succeed. Nope, they did not. Have you noticed? Let me make sure I get this. Have you noticed, Grand Madam? There are not too many female scientists, pilots, astronauts in the movies yet. Nope. All they got is Carol. All they got is Carol and Monica out there floating around on a lifeline, even though she actually should be flying. But hey, what I know about Monica Rambeau. Marvel isn't consistent at all. Nope, at all. Um, should he reread all the Ant-Man women? Yeah. Stop trying to shoehorn Miss Marvel into everything. I think she needs another Disney Plus series. I think the character was not done justice in her first series. I find her embiggening powers being altered troublesome. Uh, then what they're doing with the character in the comics is not lining up with what they're doing in the MCU. So I'm trying to figure out how is it you drum up fanfare for the character when the character is not. Stay over there. Stay over there. We don't want your influences in the comics. Stay right on over there. That's what I'm gonna say. Stay over there. Sue as well, probably when we get to her. Morgan probably as well. Monica, Maria, and Carol all pilots, right? Uh, Monica was a captain of a boat, uh, New Orleans Harbor Patrol is where Monica was. Maria Rambeau is not a pilot at all. I don't know. I mean, if we talking the MCU, and I just got to make sure that's what we're talking about. Maria is a pilot in the MCU, not in Marvel Comics. Kamoyo Kid, especially over Monica. MCU is waiting for the boomers, and good luck with that one. That's why we indoctrinating everybody here, getting them over in here. Now, I don't think Kamala screwed over Monica. That was all for Carol. MCU has been chasing a Wonder Woman who is white and not an X-Men or Fantastic Four. I can understand that. I think once again we missed the boat with that one. I say we because understanding that Marvel should have been the first Captain Marvel, period, if we're just doing it that way. But if we were doing a female Captain Marvel, it's one of those things where I look at my women, my sisters, I look at and mind you, I'm looking at certain people because some people be like, okay, man, I'm good with whatever. To those people that are good with whatever, I don't really look at them like that. It be the people like, oh, I want this and I want that, black this, black that, that, and the third. And I be looking like this. That be my thing right there. If you chomping at the bit talking about black this, that, and the third, that's when I start looking at you crazy. If you don't say nothing, if you never say nothing, and you just go on about your happy life, do your business, I don't say nothing. You just, man, just going over it. But when you start talking about, man, black people this, black people that, we need to have black this, black that. Oh, okay. Oh, so you one of them. Oh, okay. You one of us. That's the way I started. You one of us. You want that. Oh, okay. So now I'm start looking at you and I'm like, why you ain't say nothing over here? Don't get mad at me when I ask that question, because I know I said something, some other people said something. But regardless of who you are, if you start to black this, black that, and third, I start looking at you funny. And it started right there with Captain Marvel, the very first movie. Because I'd be like, why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't go hard? I don't know any soft black activists. So black activists usually just call that thing right there. And so I don't know how to turn it off and on right there. Just like with Black Panther. I'm not an MCU Black Panther fan. No, I'm sitting up there looking at Black Panther and I go all the way back to Avengers Age of Ultron. What's going on over here? Huh? My ass. People say hunky here. Why Claw got his arm chopped off? That's not Ultron's job. That's not Ultron's job. That's T'Challa's job. That's exclusively his job. It ain't T'Chaka's job. It ain't. And speaking of Sion, who in the hell is in Jobu? Never mind. I don't think the MCU has a lack of female pilots of geniuses, madam. I'm gonna say, because like I said, Monica wasn't a pilot. Monica wasn't a pilot. Maria's a pilot, but who? Let me see. Natasha's a pilot. Okoye's a pilot. Riri, you right. Riri a scientist. Riri's a scientist. The Wasp is a scientist. I think low key her daughter's a scientist. Shorty's a yeah. You're right. You're right. I did just like Optimus Prime. Wow, though, how the Ant-Man family is contributing so much to the. That's Kevin Feige's character. William Hurt, Andy Whitfield, Richard Harris, and now Michael Gambon, all their characters were recast. It is. Yeah, Kara was the only pilot in comics out of those three. Yeah, in the comics, absolutely in the comics. Maria was a pilot, though. In the movies, Maria is not a pilot. You're right. She's a pilot in the comic. I'm gonna say in the movies. She's not a pilot. She don't even know Kara in the comic. Okay, I just don't know who they are. Yeah. I forget what Monica has a degree in. Assume it's a STEM related to for the yeah. Was Maria Monica's mom? Yeah, she's her mom. She's her mother in the comics. She's her mother in the MCU. We just don't know where Frank at. We just don't know where Frank at. That's all it is. We don't know where Frank at. Hope, Janet, and most shocking. Hope, Janet, and most shocking. Cassie Lane all seem to be something. Absolutely. Riri and Shirley clearly so. Pretty sure Betty Ross was a doctor. Carolyn, yeah, you nailed dead hit on the head. Yeah, Maria is Monica's mom. Yeah, okay, you're right. I did not pay them that much attention. If they have Maria Spectrum and Binary in other universes, then Frank should have been Blue Marvel and Bishop according to their own logic. Man, Gray, I want to tell you, I felt some type of way when I saw Maria show up in a binary costume. I didn't know what to do. Because I like, Monica got too many aliases for Maria to be having any one of Carol's. I ain't even lying. That's how I felt. A willing fool at that. SJ haven't seen any comic record of Maria as an Air Force pilot. I think he was talking about the MCU. Steve, nah, it's the first. It's fine, madam. I paid attention that more to the point of how they only seem to be having an issue with black male. Who's saying it? All Gunn has to do in the DCU is do right by his heroes, and it will whip the MCU. Tell the story right. Tell that story right. They fixing they fixing age this fool up 10 years and 2 years real time. How in the hell does that make sense? It's the MCU. It's the MCU. Yeah, I thought we were talking about the MCU here, Steve. Obviously, very yeah. Just a little bit of confusion. Multiverse BS that they could just use to recast T'Challa. Facts. Where's Frank Rambo? Y'all giving me life this evening, man. Thank y'all so much. DC has always seemingly thought their audience was a Teenage T'Challa is a Disney Plus series, not a movie. Look, watch this. And I still don't know who that is because that's his son. Because somebody gonna tell me, man, you getting T'Challa, you getting T'Challa. No, that's TJ. See how you say it? You said TJ. You said TJ. See how you say TJ? That's like your son. TJ, that's his seed. That yeah. Yeah. T'Challa is his sperm donor. It's not the same character. It's not. That's not even a sibling. No, that's the offspring. That's the child. That's the son. Yeah, that's what that is. That's the fruit that fell off the tree. Yeah, that's what that is. Don't try and insult my intelligence. It's the weirdest thing with all their usage rules is why we got CW era, who was way more Bruce than that thing got to be a laughing joke at some point. I'm like, damn, whose stories we getting? Because Oliver ain't never been this compelling in the comics. The movie studios think that we as a general audience and comic book fans are stupid and we can't comprehend all the different titles of superhero content that they would put out. I don't know if they think that or they just don't care. I just know I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket. That's all I know. It's reinforcing black tropes, yes. And I don't know how to tell us not to do that. Like, it's one of the things when I talk to people, I be like, I get it. My favorite movie is New Jack City. So I'm not that person. I like New York Undercover. I'm not that. I'm the person that me. I'm the person that, yeah, I could go to the formal dinner, tie, tux, all that good stuff. And I'm the dude that you can drop off in the hood. We barbecue, you smoking, you drinking. Okay, well, I'm not gonna raise no fuss. We playing some spades, some dominoes. I'm good. I'm not judging nobody. So I'm not that person. I don't. The balance is where I'm at with it. The balance, and the balance ain't. I said something the other day, and I couldn't even believe I said it. And I'm finna say it now, and I'm not believing I'm getting ready to say it. I love women. I love women. I love y'all to death. I do. There's nothing better than a black woman. To me, that's me. Nothing better than a black woman. I'm so tired of watching y'all twerk. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't mean I don't want to see it no more. It's a skill set. I can definitely appreciate my sisters having it. I can. I absolutely can. But oh my God, I'm twerked out. And I never thought as a black man I would ever be able to say that I'm twerked out. But I'm twerked out. I'm twerked out. I'm left cheeked out. I'm right cheeked out. It don't even do what it's supposed to do because it's you can see it when you ain't even trying to see it. Like, I don't. When did twerk become the default dance move? Like, I don't like that's like me. Like, if I'm just gonna dance, I'm just gonna do my right pectoral, my left pectoral, or my right bicep, or my left bicep. When did that become the move? Like, that is the plan. I actually did. Let me see. Yeah, preach. Even if it was off screen, don't see why they weren't secretly married. That is all more included. Bro, and I have no idea why they did that. Fan collecting, folks. Charlie, what's going on? Fan collecting. Thank you so much for dropping by. Mind you, Miles has his whole family because he is secondary. Whole family. Theo, can you do super chats or cash apps? I can. I just switched it. I did just switch it. Haramafal. It should. It just switch the thing on there. Supers and highlighted membership messages show up here. If you change filter, this filter will only show your last 100 fan funding messages. So yes, I can do that. I do have that option there and everything like that. I do have that ability. Hit the likes and you extra 2 people in the chat. Hey man, listen. If you know us growers, sharing is caring. We're trying to make it do what it do. Harama Fall, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. But I like having to make it, I like having it where everybody can see the messages and everything like that. I just like interacting. I mean, they do try to always kill one of Miles's parents in adaptation. His mother died in Ultimate. I just, you know what? We I just we got Jefferson Pierce sitting right there. Brother, he right there. Wife. We literally had the Cosby Show with superpowers. And wife, husband, even the wife got some superpowers. You feel what I'm saying? Dad was playing the mentor role, had started the Outsiders, and then just took it off the air. One young lady said Nakia being a single mom was normal for the times. What she did not know was that illegitimate would be sent. And why is that normal? Like, I was talking to a younger dude today. He was talking about life and everything like that, and all. And talking to him about life, one of my greatest achievements, my greatest accomplishments is that Crystalline, my youngest biological daughter, her mother and I are still friends. Now, it's my fault we're not together. Not for no. I was being very, very immature, being a dog. That's what I was. And I've apologized to her for that. Now, but at the end of the day, when I know 10 years, I can never give her those 10 years back. I was wrong in what I did. But what we have been is friends. And as a friend, we have something like a brother-sister relationship. It's crazy. We have a daughter together, but our relationship is more like brothers and sisters. I care for her as a friend cares for a friend. I care for her as a, I can't say as a brother, but I don't care for her as a husband cares for his wife or as a man cares for his woman. I do care for her in the fact that she is the mother of my child. And with that, the normalcy for my daughter, the normalcy, if we're going to get the least of it, the normalcy is that both parents are still very much in the child's life. Regardless of whether they're together or not, that's the normalcy of it. Not where they're fighting and clawing and going back and forth and making the child's life absolutely horrible, making it where the child feels like they have to pick between a parent. No, that's not what they do. The normalcy is, regardless of whether we're together or not, this child has both parents in their lives. I'm law school. I'm just gonna say that. First year law school student. Graduate magna cum laude from North Carolina A&T. I know I can't tell you that she always felt like she was the brightest, but mom and dad were always in her corner together. She never had to pick. She never had to pick. And there was no, well, let me go tell mom on dad, or let me go tell dad on mom. No, mom and dad were a united front, not in a relationship with each other, but mom said something, dad reinforced it. Dad said something, mom reinforced it. That's normal. That's normal. But see, normal don't sell. See, that's what that is. See, normal don't sell. We've gotten used to this thing where drama has to sell. All these hip hop reality shows and everything like that. So the young lady that was speaking, she's normal. For her is being without a man and with a child. That's not normal. That's not normal. Actually, that's wrong. That man should be with you and that child, regardless of whether y'all in a relationship or not, because that child didn't get here with just you. As my grandparents used to say, you do the crime, you do the time. Some people cannot grasp Afrofuturism properly. Cougar would be better on Falcon, Static, or Black Lightning, if you ask me. I don't even want him on that. I don't even want him on that. He's got to shift. He doesn't, in my opinion, he wants to tell a story of suffering. He doesn't want to tell a superhero story. I do not want either him nor Nate Moore on any Black superhero projects, period. That's not the genre for you. You have not demonstrated to me a grasp of that genre. So no, I don't want him on anything. Very disingenuous. Grand Madam plus Nakia should be a villain, unmother material. What is weird is Kugler grew up in middle class with 2 parents. So what is he, one of those black folks that got told he wasn't acting black enough, took it to heart? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I know drama sells. Nobody wants to, well, the perception is nobody wants to hear the truth. You gotta lie, you gotta make it funny, you gotta make it entertaining, but just the truth, no. Sexy Flexi, a new color. Listen, I ain't mad. Dude, listen. Him, Jonathan Majors, listen, man. Just slide the brothers your workout plan. We trying to be like y'all for our ladies in the summer. That's what that is. We trying to be like y'all. Like, we trying to be like y'all for the summer. We trying to get in where we fit in. So y'all workout plan is tremendous. Just slide it to us. Just slide us the workout plan. That's it. Much mouth cool. And said, I'm glad you said it the way you did because I've been circling that all night long. I was going to say it and we're going, hey man, hey. So I'm gonna go back and highlight that right there. Let me see. True. SJ, a good director should be capable of telling any story, but Ryan relies on Black trauma tropes in all his films. And like I said, some folks might get mad at that statement, but you can be mad tomorrow because it's raining. You still gonna need to take an umbrella out there. You're gonna get wet. It is what it is. Speaking of Nakia, imagine if the MCU X-Men introduced a heroic Madeline Pryor. That would be just as ridiculous. But considering who's doing this, not out the realm of possibility. I mean, Maddie pretending to be Jean is a good story plot. It is. Oh, no doubt, Kugler over relies on Black trauma and hood. I don't know what he got going on. What bothers me about Kugler is that he wasn't raised by one parent. I'm a single parent. My daughter is a math teacher. Being a single parent is not always the best thing, but it beats no parent. Exactly. And like I said, that was the thing. When I'm looking at him doing the interview, even when he has the interview with Christopher Priest, I'm listening or I'm looking and I'm like, dude, what you missing? Like, and that's why I low-key don't care about what the MCU has going on, because what they're doing is they made it abundantly clear they want to tell their stories. They're not interested in telling the comic book story. Well, who am I at the end of the day to tell you what you can't do with your money? When people say, man, just give it up. I low-key look at it like this. I know why you're telling me that, because you're tired of me talking. But do you really want me to give it up? Because if I give it up, I'm going to hurt the movie. Because if I give it up, that means I'm not going to spend money on the movie. And you got mad at Recast T'Challa last time because we did not support the movie. Folks got mad. But we told you we weren't going to support the movie. And we told you why. Well, you finna get the same thing again. I'm not really pressed for the MCU. I'm not checking for the MCU. This video is not me checking for the MCU. This video is by and large is like, I told y'all that's what they was gonna do. This video tonight is more or less a by and large, I told y'all that's what they were gonna do. We told y'all that's what they was gonna do. Now, for those of y'all that were straddling the fence, what you finna do now? Those of y'all that's been straddling the fence, what you finna do now? Because I'm not on Emergency Awesome's level. He got quite a few people that see no value in your character nor your character stories being told. Financially speaking, he's one of them. Well, he doesn't toot the horn for diversity. He doesn't toot the horn for Black representation and Black imagery. No, he doesn't. He tells you he reviews Marvel content exclusively, Marvel content. So he's not wrong. You got to answer this question. You who say you want T'Challa recast, you who say you fighting so hard for black imagery, black representation, you who talking about what Jonathan Majors got did so wrong and this need to be done and that need to be done. Okay, what's your next move? Ain't nobody gonna ask me nothing. They already know. No, my daughter, my youngest biological daughter, she went to North Carolina A&T. She graduated last year, and now she is at UNC, University of North Carolina, North Carolina Central University, UNC, something like that. But yeah, she's at the law school first. I get the letters confused. I think it's UNCC. No, North Carolina Central. Yeah, North Carolina Central University, NCCU. I think that's what it is. But yeah, she's there. I just don't need bars. She got twerk. Big free to talk to women to twerk, and they've been. I don't want. Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm. It's one of them things where I'm just. I can't even. I can't even scroll no more, like without seeing. And I think it'd be a comedic video, and a female just walk by and just, and I'd be like, and don't get me wrong, it's not like they doing it wrong. No, they got skills. I just taking the fun out of it. It's not fascinating anymore. It used to be. Now it's like, here we go again. Like, show me what them cooking skills look like. All right, that impress me. It show me, because your left cheek, right cheek ain't doing nothing for me. I can make my right pec, left pec jump, right bicep, left. So you can twerk. I can. We can do that. What it look like in the kitchen? What? Do you know how to make meatloaf? Do you know how to make meatloaf? Do you know you're supposed to wash your greens first? Like, what's your is you what kind of hot dogs you doing? You still getting turkey, or we doing Angus? Like, what we doing? I just Marvel Studios love to perpetuate the black name. I don't even want it because they just grandmother. My grandmother raised me because my dad didn't want me. You sure we're not related? uh, Mom passed away month before my 14th birthday. I'm in the apartment 5A. I'm totally jacked up emotionally because I lost a sibling at the same time, and you go to school that same day and saying bye to your classmates, you're not gonna see them again. And this would be one of the first times that I can actually talk about that moment without doing what I normally do. But she had on the champagne colored nightgown, white sheets, she blood everywhere. It's in the morning. It's around about. I was supposed to go to school that day. I didn't. And my father shows up. I ain't seen this man in ages. I know who he is though. Gerald, you okay? Nope, I'm not okay. I'm in the Bronx, New York. My mom parents called. They shook. She was the youngest of two girls. They were expecting another grandbaby. That's not what happened. I visited my grandparents in Camilla, Georgia before. I had friends in Camilla, Georgia, so it's all right. My grandparents asked him, they asked him, they asked him, did he want me or could I come stay with them? As a father, no one would ever need to ask me that question about any of my girls, about any of my girls. I don't even care what the situation is in regards to my girls. No, I don't care. But he got asked that question and he said I could go stay with my grandparents. You know, there's a video floating around on Instagram about a little boy who had to get on a plane. It was his birthday. The flight attendant shouted him out, made everybody celebrate his birthday. Flight attendants were not him. He was a black boy. The flight attendants were white females, and the white females could not get the credit that they deserved because you had some black people that say, oh, they just did it just to try and embarrass him, or they didn't have to do it, talking about he was by himself. Um, he had a chaperone. Black people say some of the stupidest things sometimes trying to devalue white people that actually give a damn. I've flown on the plane as a kid by myself on more than one occasion. Hell, got on the Trailway bus by myself, unaccompanied as a child from Atlanta, Georgia to Bronx, New York. Flew on a plane from Atlanta, Georgia to Albany, Georgia with no adult accompanying me. Hell, my daughter, the one that's a first-year law student, got on a plane as a minor with no accompaniment. Stop being stupid. Stop being disingenuous. Stop complaining about folks not liking you because you black. And as soon as somebody show you they don't give two damns about your color, they can still show you love. You get them your ass to kiss. If every white person is bad, then guess what? What are we really saying about every black person? Who we talking about in the damn videos? The brothers. Who we talked about? We said T'Challa got ops, and we ain't talking about anybody that looked like him or don't look like him. I apologize. We talking about his ops looking just like him. Well, if you got some black folks that's bad, then you got some white folks that's good. That's what that is. We've sat up here and allowed ourselves to be divided by the minority of white folks that are racist. And I can't even call them racist because they ain't doing what racists do. They bigots at the end of the day. They opportunists at the end of the day. Racist? See, a racist don't want you on a football team. A racist don't want you in an apartment complex. A racist don't want to eat behind you. A racist don't want to wash, don't want to wear the clothes that you're making. A racist don't want you breastfeeding their child. You know it and I know it because we both studied world history. Yeah, part of it was probably a reaction to Riri getting called the angry black chick at the start. Her personality was viewed as a brace, and she should have never been portrayed as that. Should never have been portrayed. Marvel Studios love to perpetuate the black negative stereotypes with the black characters that they have in their movies. I want to tell you that you're wrong, but hey. Cousin Skeeter. Thank you. Cousin Skeeter, Rashard Richardson. Ain't nobody finna tell me that dude ain't his fault. That ain't nobody finna tell me that. You can. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Wedlock to child, hip hop, Riri. Ooh, that was good. That was funny. That was funny. I saw that too. They got a common ancestor or something. Yeah. Yeah. Ain't nobody finna tell me they not. You can tell me they not related, but if you put them two in front of each other, somebody gonna have some questions. Like, I don't think you could put them two in front of each other and they not have no questions. No, you should. y'all should have a lot of questions. No cap. Y'all see each other, y'all should have some questions. That should be a head scratching moment. Supernatural fan here. I want that 67 Impala. It was a beautiful ride. I'm Catholic. Mary got pregnant a few times and remained a virgin. I figured it was nothing. Ooh, I'm gonna leave it alone. I've been over EA for a while now. I stopped watching a lot of people who I used to watch. I watch him because honestly, like I said, he's on top of his game. And at the end of the day, when you want to, he's a source of information, and that's the way I view it. I don't look at it as bad. I don't look at it as good. I look at it as, okay, if I want to know something, where can I go to get credible information from? Okay, well, he's credible. I'm not gonna fault him for, this what you doing. You doing like, bro, like what, bro, you good. He good. I want to say I'm trying to get where he at financially. I just want to take a certain route to get there, but he good. So like I said, and the only thing about it is, and maybe he doesn't read comics like that and everything like that. No, he said it to me. It was enough truth in there where people can be confused, and it's already bad enough trying to deprogram people that have just went willy-nilly with what anybody told them. Like, I remember Tom Hanks dressed it up as with a church lady on SNL. Got to catch the reply. Was out in these streets. Salute people. Oh, what's going on, Devil Dog? Simplify, simplify, simplify. I bet Willie Nelson ain't salty. Man, no. You talking about Willie Nelson, the dude that will roll up a fat one with Snoop? That dude don't care about that. Yeah, that dude, that's just John Schneider and his feelings because Beyonce selling more country music. Yeah, Dolly don't care either at all. I survived Katrina. I ain't checking, it with nobody. Checking into a city that don't fight. Yeah, I said I don't mind checking in. I just need that equal energy. Like, why ain't nobody else checking in? Because I wasn't the only one that got off the plane. I think that's fair. Now, why ain't nobody else checking in? Because I ain't the only one got off that plane. I ain't. And I don't mean you no harm. That's the other part. I'm getting off the plane, and I don't mean you no harm. There's some people got off the plane don't give two damns about you. Now, they want me to check in. What services are they providing for the community? It ain't protection. It ain't protection. Because I saw them boys. Them boys rolled up with baseball caps on, shades on, a hoodie, some khakis. I'm sitting there like nothing. That's how they walk through y'all city. But I come in like this, and I'm public enemy number one. I'm getting off the plane to go visit some relatives, go get a bite to eat, then go to sleep. And watch this. I might even come to your set to spend some money. See how I just did that? Because I'm not gonna do that whole thing with stuff on planes. I ain't got time for that. I might come through your set to want to spend some money, but you finna side eye me. I ain't coming to cause no trouble. But this folk walk. They're excited in the comments and online. Let's see if it was translated to the theater. Same fans was excited for Quantumania, Love and Thunder, and Marvel too. Yeah, check these. Also, I can just say the war between Wakanda and Atlantis was a joke. Didn't look like two ancient. I'm trying to figure out how they rolled up on Wakanda, and Wakanda is inland. Like, it's in the heart of Africa. I'm still trying to figure out how Namor pulled up. I ain't got that yet. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a Black Panther fan. I don't know that. Seeing more impressive battles at the laser tag. I'm just anti-Coogler, MB. And see, this is the thing. I'm not anti Ryan Coogler. I'm not. I want the dude to do well. I want him to get his paper. I just feel like based on his adaptations of the fictional characters of Wakanda, Black Panther, I feel like he's ill-suited for it. I don't feel like his vision is consistent with the vision in the comics. He wants to tell a different story. That's not T'Challa's story. So I told you I'm trying to grow. I thought Creed 3 was the weakest of the bunch. Man, listen, get that Creed next round. Go get that. I got the playlist. Go, or if you don't want to copy it, watch the playlist. He got something with that one. He got. I was low-key disappointed. It came to an end in 4 issues, but I got it. So check that out. And people can't figure out why the Disney CEO got fired 11 days after the release of Wakanda Forever. I'm still trying to figure out how other people got their jobs, but hey, who am I? Is that how you find out your star dies in less than 2 seconds? If you get back 259 million after investing 491 million, that is not a profit. Let somebody else tell it they will, and folks, we're gonna believe it. Say what you will, but DC seems to understand it's the characters that matter. MCU places too much importance on the actors playing and characters. It's fiction for a reason. That is facts. To take the L for the movie failing, facts, great. There's not even change. That's the default. Yeah, I didn't know there was a live tonight. I thought of us here when I saw the BP3. All it tells me is the plan was always to move on. It was. It was. I kept a whole bunch of receipts, Statics, in regards to it. That plan has been in effect since May 2018. That plan has been in effect since May 2018. So we talking after the actor passed. No, that plan was in effect while the actor was very much still amongst us. And the movie came out in February. 3 months after the movie came out, yeah, we was already on that. We was already on that. What makes sense? What sense does that make? Even with early Two Brains, listen, they was already on it though. They was already. Well, y'all in here. Big Lil Kim was provocative, but she had bars. Ice Spice though. Big Frida talked to. I didn't caught up with the notes. Yeah, all the acronyms. So that's my thing. Like I said, Black Panther 3, we know what to expect, to summarize and everything like that. They understand that would be basically T'Challa is to TJ is like Azari, who is T'Challa and Aurora's Earth on a alternate T'Challa and Aurora's Sun on an alternate Earth. That character has her lightning-based powers and his Black Panther-based power, but that's not what we're doing. This is, and he refers to TJ T'Challa Jr. as TJ T'Challa Jr., but says it's kind of sort of like a recast. No, the hell it's not. And they're going to do some Doom War. I'm pretty sure they're going to do some power. Pretty sure they're going to do some Deadliest of the Species. Shuri is going to kneel, pass on the mantle to TJ, a la Nahanda. So that's won't be him beating her in a fight. Supposedly gonna be on the Young Avengers, and they'll use him to get with Aurora when they eventually bring the X-Men into play. If you're willing to settle for that, if you're satisfied with that, willing to capitulate to that, it's not for me to tell you you should or shouldn't. You the one screaming black and I'm proud. That's not me saying it. So if that's who you are and that's what you've been saying, you're gonna have to answer some questions I don't have to answer. And I'm glad. That said, do what you will. No, I will not be attending. Unlike last time, I won't be made to watch it. Um, I won't watch the preview. I'm not going to watch, participate, promote anything that I feel. Now, this is me dealing with a feeling. It's disrespectful to me and my people. Something that's disrespectful to me and my people, nor something that's disrespectful to the character that I care a great deal about, nor something that I feel is disrespectful to the actor that I've come to know about and that I care about. So no, I won't be promoting it, and there's nothing that anybody can say or do to get me to move the goalpost. I'm also not going to engage folks. I'm not going to be convinced, nor am I going to try and convince others to not see it. No, I'm going to do what I've been doing myself, be real. We're going to continue to educate. We're going to continue to grow the knowledge of Wakanda, Black Panther, all characters, things of that nature. We're going to continue to talk about Black representation, Black imagery, why it's needed. We're going to continue to talk about these comic book characters. We're going to continue to talk about these action figures. We're going to continue to, and I say we because it's a united front. We're going to continue to share and grow. I think that's the best way to do about it. Share knowledge, grow knowledge. Keep up with these notes. Damn, they were all showing for. I apologize for Big Frida more to New Orleans than twerking, even though it is his birthday. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at Big Frida. Some folks needed twerking lessons. I ain't mad at that. It's just like, can we say it's a time and place? Oh, can we just say it's a time and a place? It ain't Big Frida's fault. Folks just gonna take it and just run with it. Absolutely. No T'Challa, no ticket. So listen, that's my time, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Actually, I did not plan to do that this evening. I had definitely planned to write some more scripts for my comic book reviews. That's what I was trying to do. But it is what it is. If you know me, grow me, sharing is caring. I'm out. Y'all know how we like to do this. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're good. I would always, whether we vibing or not, I would rather talk to you than talk about you. Clarification on my Ryan stance, like Tyler Bad Wigs or Us Perry. I'm not supporting his projects, and I don't hate the man. There it is. So listen, click, like, share, subscribe. This has been wonderful. I will be coming to y'all tomorrow, hopefully, to get these comic books out here because they starting to back up. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe. Let's get this content out here and everything like that. And if there's anything that you think we can do to grow the numbers in regards to the channel, hit me up. Let me know. Give me some ideas. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.